like allergy congested again. We are here. We are here. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. We are going to get into media tour watch party discussion again like the other night, but first we're going to do some dailies before the servers go down for maintenance, regular maintenance. This time, I don't even know if I made a video about it. Usually I've been trying to do the news and updates, but this one might have slipped past, but we're getting a new server, I believe. Actually, I'm gonna check before we start getting into this. All worlds maintenance. All worlds maintenance. Let's see. Oh god, I'm blinded. Yep. New worlds in the Dynamis data center. So we're getting a small maintenance period tonight, but for myself, this is all I will be able to do before, yeah, servers go down. So let us queue. I'll probably heal. I think I'll heal. Why not? Start with trials and head into normal. I don't feel like I'm comfortable enough yet to do tank in Duty Finder. Like, I guess I could. I know what I'm doing enough, but I'm just not a big tank person. I'm just not. Let's see. Pew! Oh, good. Good. I think I can go through these, like, really fast before having to go in. Let me see. Oh. Don't even worry. Just refresh the ventures. Quick. Ah, I got 24 seconds. Let's go. Oh. Ah. Greg. Oh gosh. I'm like mega congested. Come back. Come back. Bro! Come here! Fucker. Oh, and now I'm a chicken. Chicken, Zaddy. Buffy. Oh my god! Jesus. This is a pull. This is a pull. Hey Madara, how are you doing today? How's it going? Whee! Nice! I love me some Black Mage. You're at 70? Very nice, very nice. I forgot if I asked you, Madar, what's your main? What do you usually main? Is it Black Mage or is it something else? Reaper. Nice. Very nice. How are you liking Black Mage then? Loving the yes, dude. Black Mage is just, it's such a selfish DPS, and I love it. Big numbers go boom. It gets better along the way too. Like every expansion gets better than the last for Black Mage, I feel like. So like me as a 90 Black Mage going back to like 80 or 70 like feels not great, but then it's because like it's just constantly getting better. Oh gosh, speaking of Black Mage, this one is griefing. Oh god, I just griefed myself. That's what I get, talk shit, ain't it? I don't need Enkidu, even though it took me a long time to get Enkidu. Oh, I got 2 comms! Yay! Oh, do. I guess we'll go to normals next. Do I want to stand Astro? I don't know what I want to go on. Let's see. You heal on Sage. Actually like to heal? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. I try to be like a good Black Mage. I don't try to greed unless it's like I'm with people that I know or like I know I can get away with it, but that is much appreciated as a Black Mage. Also, hi B-Dog, how you doing? Yeah, speaking of Sage, I'm gonna go into this on Sage. I love Sage. I love Astro right now, and it's like I get into this whole thing with Astrologian where I hate it when it comes out, except for Heaven's Word. I loved it when it came out. Every expansion since, I've hated the changes, and then I end up warming up to it and loving it, and then they change it again. And they keep doing that to me, and so far I've seen the changes, and I'm like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. I kind of hate it. I'll probably warm up to it in Dawn Trail, but for now I'm like, why are they changing this? I can't. Got off the phone with your boss. Your boss is needy. Did you tell him that we said you can't work for Friday, June 28th? Because that can't happen. It's early access day. Yeah, Sage is stupid broke, and I'm okay with it. I love Sage. I feel bad for Scholar though, because no one's playing Scholar right now. I'm sure there are people, but like most people I know that are Shield are going Sage. Oh, nice. Level 90 content. Love it. Oh, we got Choco Mint D's Crits. Who is the Black Mage? What is their name? Oh, just a regular name. I love seeing the random ass names, like the memes. Oh, we only have like 19 minutes too before servers go down. Yes! Goldfish is on fire that day! Who's actually tanking? Some of you turn off tank stance! Well. These crits is staying on so far, so we're gonna give it to him. Server maintenance, yes. So we have, I forgot to make a video about this, I think. I'm so thrown off with Last week was just busy, but we are getting new worlds on Dynamis. So in the spirit of that, there is going to be a small server maintenance tonight, which means that the servers will start going down at 9 p.m. Eastern. Unfortunately, until like 3 a.m. Pacific, I could be wrong. But pretty much overnight. Isn't it 6? I believe it's 6 Pacific Standard Time. So I'm on East Coast. Let's double check. The purple text. Wee woo. Oh, fuck. I can't do that in cast. Yeah, I believe it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, so in 18 minutes, exactly. I am not. I am talking too much and not paying attention to the game. I'm like, what buttons did I just press? It's fine. It's normal. It's normal content. It's easy. Easy mode. You will know my rage. Oh, this fight. Yeah, I know. I forgot about it too until Adam told me. He's like, oh, remember maintenance? I'm like, huh? What do you mean? I was supposed to be the one with the news and updates, and I completely forgot. I'm like, ah, fuck. That's okay, because we still have a lot of Media Tour stuff to watch, so... Plenty to do. Oh yeah, Stream Elements just reminded me too. I have a sponsorship this month. I think I'm gonna do a video on that soon this week, because that is actually a really good deal for people to partake in for Dontro. I will be doing it myself. I have to actually order my factor meals this week. Close to the sun. Oh gosh, sorry if I sound like frickin' Rudolph today. Allergies are kicking my butt. Yeah, there's like so many periods in this fight where you really don't need to mitigate anything. What damage? What damage? Nothing. Just doses 3. That's all I've been doing. So, I want to know. I am also still looking through Media Tour stuff, as we'll watch once the servers go down, but what are people most excited for in Dawntrail? I don't even know how to answer my own question, because, like, there's so many things that I'm ready for. Oh, we'll give it to the dancer. I need there. No. 2 comms again! Yeah. Yeah, I can't pinpoint one thing either. I think, like, if I had to kind of, like, summarize what I'm most excited for, I would just say, like, new. Like, new everything. Because, like, everything I've seen so far is exciting. The new story, new job updates and additions, new music, new fights, new savages, new ultimates, new literally everything. I'm so excited. You're also ready for all storyline, new classes. I know. It's so hard to pick, right? That's how I feel. I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I'm just excited for the whole thing. Like, it's the best time of the year. Or every 2 years. You know, it's the best time is when you get the new expansion. There's so much hype. What do I want to do before we got 12 minutes left? I don't want to get into anything big. Let us. I feel like if I do any other roulette, I'm not gonna finish it in time. So we're gonna check something. I don't know what we're gonna check. Let me check Mogpendium. Oh, you know what? I should do this before it's done. Let me redo some of these. I can do those pretty easily myself. Look at that shiny new T weapon too. If you weren't here last night, we got a T re-clear, and the gun is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. It is really cool. Alright, unrestricted party. What are we gonna redo? We're gonna redo, what's the quickest? Shiva, I guess? God damn, I got kinda... We're gonna try Shiva. That shouldn't take me too long. Plus, the more I wait here and go, ooh, the less time I have. Let's try to do that a few times. You still think we should get the Moon Bunny? Yeah, honestly, I would be fine. I think I would stay Viera no matter what. However, like, I am totally on board for them adding more, like, races like that. Like, more, I guess, bestial, for the lack of a better term. Like, it's not my thing, but, like, if they added, like Loprid, Jesus, as a race, like, I think it'd be really cool. That'd be really neat. Llama! Oh my god, I cannot wait for the alpacas. Yeah, I'm so glad I got the clear. Holy crap. I got the clear Friday night, I think? Bonk. And then we got everyone's clear last night, which just... It's such a huge relief, especially, like, I know everyone was like, we need to get this done before Dawn Trail. So just having that done, tensions are better, you know, people are less stressed now. Rightfully so. Alright, let's do that like 2-3 more times. Can I still shuffle? 3 and 7, yeah, I can after this. That's just gonna be the quickest one. With our limited time, I actually have to pull up my resources. Luckily, I made a, what is it even? Like a thread situation? I don't know what it's called in Discord, but just kind of like Dawn Trail prep resource, or Dawn Trail media tour resources, I should say. So there's like a Reddit post with a bunch of information related to media tour stuff. I'm gonna start opening that now, because we're ready to go into media tour stuff after this. So now, while I kind of prep some media tour stuff, is there anything anyone wants to see? I know we kind of did that the other day, went over like job things. We kind of went over a little bit of everything, but I think it's still good to check in with like other creator stuff too, and like see different opinions and different takes. We didn't look at the job gear, so that's definitely something I think we could do. Lala on meth. That's a scary thought. A Lalafell on meth. Ooh. I'm gonna leave this here. Because I have a chance for 2 lines. We're gonna leave it and just retry and hope that I'm not shooting myself in the foot. Final Fantasy 15 Tonberry, oh my god. Could you imagine? A Namazu? Could I be a Namazu? I would love to be a Namazu. Yeah, I can't kill her fast enough by myself, I don't think. There we go. I tried. Pop, pop. Let me see. I want to see Neoni's. I think I'm gonna pull up Neoni's job gear video. I think that's gonna be the one that we watch first. Huh? What was that, B-Dog? My brain's not processing the question you just asked. I'm like, huh? Alright, one more. Ah, fuck! That's in the worst place! If I get no lines, I'm gonna be sad and I'm gonna regret every decision I've made today. Can't think of the word. What you talk about, Willis? Soft lock? For which? I'm confused. That's probably a me problem, not a you problem. Like, I'm probably just confused. Oh, I don't know. You mean before, like, when she phase changes? Oh, okay, now I get what you're saying. Maybe? I'm actually not sure. I'm sure there is a soft lock, but, like, I feel like if we had, like, if I had a full group of 8 level 90s, we could probably just, like, kill her before any phase change. I think she's like that. It's kind of like Leviathan's technically like that, too, if my knowledge serves correct. I know there are some bosses that no, like, you can't. You're gonna get a phase change no matter what. I think Thornton is one of them, but I could be wrong. Don't trust me, I'm not a doctor. Alright, great. 5 minutes left. I'm glad that that's all I did, because that is all I probably have time for. I didn't get a fucking line. That makes me mad. Damn it! This is what I have for, that's what I get for having hope. Like, that is what you learn, kids. Don't have hope. Don't hope. You'll just be disappointed. I hate maintenance days, though. It's like I gotta get off early. I want to hang out. I got home from work late. Like, this is not fair. But they gotta do it. I'm glad that they're doing all these kind of checks to try to make Dawn Trail not so miserable. Alright, we're gonna get... I don't need XP at anything. Nice. Alright. Toss out the marker board and call it a day. Also, I have to hydrate. God damn it, Cass. Look, I got a fresh bottle of water. Water! What are you doing? Nice. I can hear you in my head going, heh. Oh god, these are going for nothing. 98, 64. Okay. Alright. I am going to tele to my house. And then log out, sadly, because servers are going down. You're excited for Xbox to experience new expansion for 14? Yeah! I mean, we definitely got an influx of players with the Xbox launch. I'm very stoked about it. I know some people are like, the Xbox players, and it's like, listen. People got different life things, you know, and I've met some really cool people that have come over from Xbox, so it is very cool that it's being opened and less gate kept, and it's just good. I think it's just good. Accessibility. Players are players, exactly. And I will always be an advocate for accessibility at all levels, and I mean, that even just like having a different console, some people can't afford a PC or multiple consoles, so accessibility. Don't gatekeep shit. Not nice. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do in game. So, I'm gonna shift gears. We're gonna get some tunes. And what are we gonna play? I need Spotify to open. We're gonna look at the job gear first. I think that'll be good. Let's see. We'll get some soaking on in the background. Woo! If it'll work. Alright. We're gonna log out of game. Because, servers are going down. They're kicking us out. And then we are going to... I'm gonna launch the media tour coverage videos, so please look forward to it. Why is this so big? That might be what she said, but I'm very confused. Don't worry. I'll get there eventually. I didn't prep this like I thought I did. Sorry. Oh, you guys can't even hear chicken tenders. Or you can. Good. Listen to chicken tenders for a minute. I know, how dare me. I'm gonna blame the fact that I don't even know where the day went. I, like, left work, and life got crazy. And then, yeah, I'm catching up from life right now. I'm kind of tired and I'm figuring it out. Let's see. This one should be the audio. Let me just make sure. Because that would be boring if you're just hearing me talk with no context. Alright, we're gonna pause this.
The following video is based on play
Should be
of
good.
an in-development build.
If you can't hear anything, let me know.
But
But we are gonna look at Mioni's level 100
so
job
don't pay
gear
too much attention to
video.
anything
I'm
in
excited.
here
I love
for
Mioni.
numbers and things
I
like that,
absolutely
as it
adore
will
his...
likely
Well, while he
change
talks
in
and
the
talks about the
final
video
version.
thing.
So let's look at
Mioni covers such a, like, a niche of the I don't want to say the casual end of things, but, like, he covers a lot of the things that not a lot of people do, and I really adore his videos. And he has such a calming voice, too. Like, I feel calm listening to him, and it's,
job
like,
gear,
it's
then, the
great.
level
He has good
100
videos.
gear, the stuff that we're going to be seeing.
Oh,
quite a
really?
bit of.
That's
Of
rad!
course,
That's really
this
cool.
stuff, we've already
Dude,
seen
I
concept art of, but it's
would
one
love to
thing
become a
see
creator
an
like
art
Mioni,
form and another
but
to see it in the
we're
game.
working.
And I
We're
think
getting
most
there.
people will look at some of this and go, wow. I certainly did. The texture quality.
Yeah, almost
across the
every
entire
morning,
board,
Adam will
certainly
have, like,
here
if there's new
with Machinist
Mioni
is
video,
just-
I come out in the
it's
living
on a
room and
new
he'll have it on
level,
the
it really
TV,
is,
so
especially for the rest
pretty
of the
great.
gear, which we didn't get
Oh,
so
but are
much
you on
of,
Xbox too?
apart from
Nice!
this,
You'll get
job
there.
gear
You'll
in
catch
the
up.
actual
There's
demo
a lot of
looks
content,
half as
so
good as this.
I always say
The
don't rush it
directions
too
look
much
really
because
good as well. We
it's
had a
fun.
look at a previous
Yeah,
video,
welcome.
if you want to go check that
Yeah,
out
it's
from the media
PC.
tour.
PC's
We
nice.
also
I
showed the
love
dual
PC,
die palette,
but
especially for Dragoon here.
I
I love the way that
I think
metal
like
actually
all
looks like
consoles are
metal,
pretty good, but
leather looks
PC's
like
my
leather,
favorite
and
just because
cotton looks like cotton. And you'll find
that's what
a
I've
lot
been
of
on
the
for
textures
years
to be
now,
very
so it's kind of a
standout.
fave.
Look at this on Gunbreaker here.
Yeah, definitely enjoy the
The
story.
various different pieces of
Are we-
leather, and obviously the way that the color and the lighting
I think he's going a
is
little
hitting that
fast through
colour
it, so I was
as we're
my
panning,
dumbass was
and
talking
again,
this whole time.
the stuff quite a bit of. Of course,
Machinist?
this stuff, we've already seen concept art of, but it's one.
This
thing to
is
see
really
an art
cool.
form and another to see
I
it again.
really
I think
enjoy
most people will look at
the
some of
boots.
this.
Look at the boots with the spurs on the back. That's really cool. You kind of got the Western cowboy. I feel like that's really gonna fit in with
I certainly did.
some of the new vibes.
Across the
Whatever map that
board,
is with like
starting
the
here with
western
Machinist,
feel.
It's on a new level. It really is.
That's really
especially if the
cute.
rest
I
of the
really
gear,
love that
which we
outfit.
didn't get to
I
see
could do
much
without
of,
the eye patch
apart from
situation.
this, job
but
gear in the actual.
the spurching noise, yes, please. Yes. Oh gosh. Yeah, maybe you'll like coming over to PC. I don't know if you do keyboard and mouse, but that is my preference. I don't like controller in 14. It feels clunky to me.
Demo.
I know some people
half as good
love
as this.
it, but
the die options look really good as well. We have a look
Dragoon.
at the previous video if you want to go check that out from the media tour.
I think Dragoon's fine. Like the armor gear is not my favorite, but it's very true to Dragoons.
We also showed off the dual die palette, especially for Dragoon here. I love the way that metal actually looks like metal. Leather looks like leather.
I agree with what he's saying. It looks like metal.
You'll find a lot
like
of
the textures are looking
stand out. Look at this on Gunbreaker here. The various
look at that ombre. Look at that.
The way that the color and the lighting is.
Oh, and the chains on that. Yes. Give me that. Give me.
Absolutely fantastic as well. I love the Gunbreaker.
I think we looked at some of this the other day. I don't think we looked at the full thing. But
Abyssos weapon slightly, with the chains.
Oh, that's really cool.
I really do.
I don't like the pants. The weird, like, go back a second. The weird, like, crotch buckle straps situation. Not my favorite, but I absolutely adore the color gradient on here. I really think they're just trying to, like, flex the new changes. It's really neat. You don't hate controller, but you don't love it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I'm sure you'll, like, I would say, like, try both. Try a little bit of mouse and keyboard, try controller, figure out which one's kind of your favorite.
The outfits. A lot more than I did when I saw the concept art.
Yeah, look at the velvet.
Here,
the materials look like materials. Like, looks like cloth. It looks like velvet. Metal. Like,
and the feeling of felt is something you'll see on Astro, on Red Mage, and indeed Dancer. It's something that just stands out so drastically.
This outfit I really like.
Game, and I can't wait to see what things get backdated and how many pieces of gear might have.
This I think might be my favorite though. Besides the hat piece, I don't need the hat, but
concept art stuff before in a video.
Reaper looks really nice.
A lot of people were like, I really hope this looks good in game because the concept art looks fantastic. Well, I'm very happy to say it does. It is a very nice outfit.
Oh, Ellie, I just saw your message on YouTube too. You do Crystalline Conflict and reset it. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, Eli.
All of those
how are you, my friend?
And all of that.
I'm like looking this way, like you guys know where I have YouTube over here and Twitch over here, so if you see me back and forth, that's why. Oh my gosh, but I love this cutout section. It is adorable, and like on the pants too. Oh my god, that's gorgeous! And then like the little feathery, or not feathery, but like fur shoulder pads. Oh, this outfit is really cute. The one thing I don't care for the hat myself. Yeah, the hat needs to go exactly. It's okay though. Vieira probably won't be able to wear it, so as normal. This looks really cool. Cass, if you're still watching, I want to know what your opinion on this is, because I know you're a Red Mage guy.
That felt robe section,
but look at that. This whole kind of draped, felt-looking, like, fabric.
Gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. The weapon's nothing too much to write home about.
I've seen some weapon memes about this weapon.
Oh my goodness,
it's kind of not safe for work, but
it really is. The way the light hits that and the shade.
It's something.
Just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. If half of the outfits in the game have this sort of texture.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the not safe for work meme about the weapon here.
That's what this is all about, right? Paving the way for the next 10 years of outfits. And
if you look at a certain angle, it looks like something else. Oh, but look at all that detailing with like the metal details on the felt.
So I'm really excited.
Oh, that's so cute.
Get updated. Of course, we've got a warrior set here, which is probably one of the more least impressive, I would say, because we've seen quite a lot like this. But all the same, it is very gorgeous. I love the weapon. I love the way
I agree.
that,
This
even the
gear set
simple
seems
sets,
a little
forgive me for
too
calling
much
it
like we've
that,
already seen.
look fantastic.
But
Like
I love the
metal there,
tattoos.
the detailing on that fur at
The
the bottom,
fur, yeah.
just exceptional.
The weapon
work,
looks
isn't it?
really cool.
Absolutely exceptional. I can only imagine how long it would have actually taken.
I'm
to
not a
get
big
all
fan of the
job
headpiece.
artifact
I just don't
sets
like
to where
bulky
Square Enix
headpieces.
wanted them to be. And I
So
love
the
the
headpiece isn't
tattoos
for
as
me, but the
well.
rest is pretty
So
neat.
Scholar then, very
Oh my
briefly here,
God.
I really like the Scholar. It's
This
got
is
a kind of like
adorable,
felt feel
this
to it
one.
as well. Got a bit of that red mage
Look
sort of
at
like
that!
skirt lining of the cloak at the back there.
Oh, that's
Obviously
adorable. I love
benefiting,
this
I would
jacket.
imagine, from the dual dye palette system, allowing you to change that color as well as the actual rest of the
Attack on
chest piece, that
Titan?
green.
Gotcha.
The
I haven't watched
weapon's
Attack
pretty
on
cool
Titan,
as well.
but
It reminds me of,
it is
well,
it
a
is really
compass, and
cute.
it looks
I
like you're
really
going
love
on
this
an
one.
adventure, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's not too bad. Honestly, things look so much better in the game than I.
Eli, I need to find you in game at some point, by the way. We need to have a pre-Dawn Trail hangout. And being on Xbox for almost 2 months, how do we get this gear? So this gear is coming soon. This is Dawn Trail stuff. So Mione is a pretty well-known, oh my god, I'm so stuffy. I apologize for talking like fucking Rudolph with a nose thing on his nose. Mione is a pretty well-known content creator in the Final Fantasy XIV space, and he was one of the creators invited for the media tour coverage, the Dawn Trail media tour, and that took place in a few places across the world. And certain content creators and news media outlets were invited to come out, and they got to try Dawn Trail before its release. So they got to try like an unfinished version, and that's what all of this gear is. So this is going to be the level 100 gear once Dawn Trail releases at the end of this month.
I expected them to. Black Mage is another.
And this will just
great
be from,
example
like,
of how
your,
rogues can look
like,
even
max
better
level.
than,
Boom.
they did before. I
Black
especially
Mage.
like the
So
Black
I'm a Black Mage main. I'm gonna rewind just a second. I think this is the second
Expected them
best
to.
Black Mage outfit
Black
we've
Mage
gotten
is
ever.
another great
It's a
example of how
witchy
rogues
one,
can
but
look even
yeah.
better than they did before. I
It's
especially
definitely
like
the
Black Mage
best,
cane
one
on
of
this
the best
rod with
Black
the cat
Mage.
on it. I think
This
that's
is
awesome.
adorable.
The attention to detail
I
across
love
that
the
and
little
all
like
the
hand
tatters and
tattoo
things.
like
Really
situation
good
with the
set.
nails.
I like the hat as well.
It looks really good.
I'd like to
I
see a lot
love
of,
the
other
hands.
hats that we have in the game have the
My
same kind
favorite
of
is the
treatment.
robe
It almost
and the
looks
hands.
this
Like
is
the hands for
realistic
sure.
compared to a lot that we've seen
The
before.
hat,
Like,
I
it's
don't
a
need the
real
eye
hat,
patch. Like they're kind of
with
obsessed
that
with
sort
eye
of,
patches for
felt.
Dawn Trail. I'm over it.
Summoner is quite nice as well, especially
Summoners is really cute. It kind of has that almost feel of Scholar, but like in its own
the top
way.
half of it.
I love
sharing
the
a
little
lot of
top
the
shawl
fabric design,
situation.
at least on that top section and the back with the Scholar, right? Same kind of textures, but it's got a kind of like fur-lined feel to it. I can't wait to see what more expansive gear sets look like, especially the raid sets, right, where they mix all of those different textures together.
Yeah,
And
this
of
is a
course,
really
Glamour
cute set
Endgame is
too.
mixing and matching, so
Yeah,
with
I'm the same
dual
way. I
palette system, it
haven't
should be
played
easy
Summoner
to
in
mix
years.
things
I need
that
to try
normally
it again.
wouldn't go together
I
easier.
love this
The
set.
only
It is
blocker
really
to that
cute.
is
The
going to be
horn, I don't care for the horn. Like this, the horn that they always have, I think is just goofy, personally. But the rest of the set is really cute. I really like the top portion. Oh, I'm just gonna need a quick 1 second. I'm not gonna go full BRB, but I'm just gonna mute and webcam for a second because my nose is deciding to beat me up a little bit. Wow, wait.
easier.
Oh. Yeah, we'll
The
still
only
listen.
blocker to that is going to be trying to match
Oh, White Mage!
textures now, I think, especially if something gets like a velvet look to it and another gets like a cotton or fur look to it. It's probably going
Oh my
have
god,
a
not the
very
Lalafell.
different reaction
Why would you
together
say
if you
that?
wear the two pieces as opposed
This
to
piece
just
is
having to
cute.
match the dyes.
Like, it's
White Mage,
it is very basic kind of White
yeah,
Mage,
it's
but
alright,
it's
actually.
pretty.
I think the cane is the standout part for this. I don't hate
I
the robe.
love the little
It's just-
hair
it's
clasp
just another,
when he spins
it's
back to
another
it.
robe, isn't it? It's another White Mage robe.
Oh, go back, go back, go back. I think it was better when he first zoomed in. Like, right here, this little, like, beret situation, that's the headpiece for this job. It is, like, super, super cute. Ugh, okay. Let me go back. Let me go back. Alright, sorry about that. Oof. struggle bus today. I know VR can't wear hats. It's a struggle. I'm hoping that that's like, so our last live letter before Dawn Trail is this Friday morning, early morning for us East Coasters. I really, really hope that they're just like, surprise, VR can wear hats. I don't think it's coming, but I would love to hear that.
White Mage,
yeah, this is
it's
like a
alright,
very
actually.
basic
I think the
glam.
cane is the standout
I think it's
part for
cute,
this.
though.
I don't hate the
I
robe.
think it's cute.
It's just another, it's another robe, isn't it? It's
B-Dog,
another White
stop
Mage
beating
robe.
up your
It's
own kind.
pretty good. Obviously, we're over here to Ninja.
Oh, Ninja.
looks great. I love the attention to
I love the
detail
purple
and all
color,
that
too.
metal work. There was actually
Oh,
some
yeah,
gear
all the
sets
metal
that I saw on guards
on top
when
of the
I walked
fabric.
around,
This is
Tuyala
cute.
on the demo.
I'm not.
At the media
Ninja's
tour,
probably my least favorite class
that
in the
I
game right
desperately
now,
want to
but
get. I
it
don't
is a
think I've
cute
got them
set.
in
That
any
is a really
footage yet.
cute.
But I was just over the
Outfit.
moon. This guards
Again,
wearing
though,
all
with the
kinds of
freaking eye
intricate
patch. Why are we
metal
having
sort
so
of
many eye
striking looking
patches?
Gear, sort of mixing that sort of plate mail with leather. Really cool
What is
stuff.
going on with this?
Obviously, Bard
Hold
is
on.
just a wild card. It really
Bard is like hippie.
is. I don't
Hippie,
really
hippie.
know to
What is
think
this
about
fucking
Bard.
guitar bow?
I love the guitar.
What?
Sort of bow. I quite like some elements, like the legs.
I can't.
On these.
I
I'm
love
not
the
so sure
legs.
about
Like, those
that.
are really
I don't
cute.
know.
The boots are cute.
It's different, isn't it?
The chest piece,
It
the
hasn't
outfit
grown on
itself
me
is not
personally
bad.
yet.
But, like,
here, I
what?
actually
Hold on, we're going
think
back. Sorry,
about
Mio.
Obviously, Bard.
But what is this bow? Yeah, 80s slash rock. Like, I'm okay with the
Is
outfit. Honestly, I think
just a
individual
wild card,
pieces
it
would
really
look good
is.
with
I don't
other
really
things
know.
in the game. The hat I could give or take. This is goofy to me. Like, this is just absolutely goofy.
What to think about Bard? I love the guitar.
I don't
Sort
know.
of
I
bow.
want to
I
know what
quite
people
like
think about it,
some
because
elements,
that
like
is
the
not
legs
my
on
vibe.
these.
I'm just like,
Not
what
so
is
sure
happening?
about the hat. I don't
What is
know.
happening?
It's different, isn't it? It hasn't
It's
grown
different,
on me
all right.
personally yet. Monk here,
Woo.
I actually forgot during recording the
I love the
footage, so
little
I
hair
apologize. I
pieces.
forgot to get the weapons out, but I would imagine they're just.
That would be
just
neat
pulled
if it was like a
weapons or something.
crossbow. That'd be
Just
more
weapons.
machinist
So I do
kind
apologize
of.
for that. That's the only one I forgot
Oh, this is cute. Oh, I love this.
to do, but I did do a bit of a pan. The fabric looks lovely on this, and like
That looks
snake
really nice with
pattern,
the
that
fabric.
serpentine thing going
I
all
don't
the way
care for the
down. One
gloves
thing
as
you will
much.
notice on a lot
This
of
is
other
monk.
pieces of gear, though,
Oh wow,
is
that was
that the
fast.
down fabric looks lovely on something.
That was fast. I
Best
think the top's
weapons.
really nice. The boots. I do love the gold though. That's the one thing that the gloves gives it is like an opportunity to mix like the metal with the cloth. So I think that that's pretty good. Maybe like leather almost looking. You love the gloves and boots. I mean,
So I do
I'm warming up
apologize
to
for that.
them
That's the
now.
only one I forgot
I'm not as like savvy with the like the super bulky gear, so that's
to
probably
do, but I
why.
did
And because this feels more like feminine and thin, like having the bulky gloves. But if it's monk, I guess it makes sense. Yeah.
do a bit of a pan. The fabric looks lovely on this, and like that snake pattern, like serpentine thing going
Yeah,
all the way
the
down.
pattern
One
is
thing you
like
will
probably my
notice on
favorite.
a lot of other pieces of gear, though, is that the patterns and textures are so much higher resolution
Wow.
than anything they've
Now,
ever done before.
Sage, we don't have much to like compare it to, right? Because we've seen one oh my gosh, I cannot breathe for the life of me. We've seen one job gear set for Sage, so like this being the second one, I think is pretty cute. Like it feels safe, but I think that that's fine. Like I'm
Also, if
fine
you've ever
seeing
looked
like a
really
safe set
close to a piece
when
of
it's like the
armor that has a
second
design
set
on
of
it,
job gear to
you
come
get that
out.
horrible, nasty sort of pixelation. That is a thing of the past. So it'll be nice to see how many things get backdated.
It feels
bring
almost
those
like
to life. I'm thinking, you know,
a
things that have, like,
Paladin-esque,
chocobo symbol
but,
on
like,
them or
if
whatever
Paladin
it
were a
might be.
healer, kind
Hopefully
of the
there's
blue and
a
white
few
and
more
kind of
pixels
pure
allowed.
look.
Pictomancer
Pretty
is
cool.
beautiful. We actually
Picto, let's go. The hat is goofy AF. Like even when they showed off the hat, like I don't care for the hat myself. Yeah, it's not good. It looks like a what is that? Bagpipe. It looks like you're wearing a bagpipe on your head. That is what it looks like to me. The rest of the outfit, fucking adorable. Like the paint splatter pants and like crop coat
showed
the
off,
situation
how this
looks
guy
really
is
good. I like
in
that.
the Dual Dye channel video that's already out.
Oh, and then your
I
little paintbrush and palette, like I like the
love
rest
this
of it
outfit.
really,
It's
really well.
fantastic. The detail
The
on
boots,
every
the
single
shoes are
section
okay.
of it, when it was showcased on that real life model, I think it was at
The hat's gotta
one of the
go.
fan fests. Just fantastic.
Oh my god, paint splatter. We should get a special emote that I've seen that has almost happened to me in art school, where it's like you have a cup of water, but it's actually a cup of paint, and you start drinking from it.
Fantastic in real life.
And that's definitely happened to like
such a
every
good
single artist I've
set,
ever
it
met.
really is. I can't wait to see all of the different palettes and brushes that we can collect. And
Listen, art school's something else.
Super excited to see all of the Picto stuff. Samurai then
Samurai.
could be accused of being just another samurai, sort of samurai-esque gown. I think there's a nice mix of like Genji here. It feels like job artifact gear mixed with
I agree
Genji
with what he's
gear.
saying.
And I quite like that. The blade.
It's cute. Like it is very like
I'm not a massive fan of
slap
that
in your
blade.
face. I'm a samurai, but I don't hate that.
It's nice.
It made you sad.
Honestly,
It is.
I like
Like I don't know how I feel about it fully. Like it is kind of boring. Like it is kind of what we've seen before. You wanted full armor, not a robe. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't. Have we gotten full armor for samurai? I think it's been just
the top
robes.
half of that.
But now that you're saying that, like I don't think we've gotten full armor.
It's a fan of that blade, but the scabbard's nice. But yeah,
Maybe
honestly,
in the future
I
things.
I
I think
like
they're really spending more time designing to just show off the different textures more than they are designing to design, if that makes sense. Like I really feel like they're forcing like this is this type of cloth, this is this type of cloth, this is metal. Like I think that's their
top
MO
half
for
of
this
that.
expansion.
Viper, we're not going to spend
Viper's
too long on this one
adorable.
because everyone's seen Viper, right? You see it on the benchmark, looking fantastic as ever.
I
The different
don't
sort of
think I have
textures there, the
any
different
bad
levers
things to
mixing
say about
together with the
Viper.
cloth at the bottom.
Truthfully,
actually
it's cute.
feels like
I
when
like
you,
it. Again,
when
I
you
don't
walk
think I'd
around,
wear the
like,
hood.
you
Maybe I
think
would
that
if
it's gonna make
if
the
I could see it on
creaking
Viera,
leather
but
noise, you know what I mean? You visually can see that.
I
and
think
that's
it's
quite
just
a
cute.
good
It's
thing to bring
basic, but I
over
like
the
it.
feeling of it actually being like
Yeah.
that.
There are gonna be so many Assassin's Creed people, and once you can dye that, like, hello, people are gonna dye it white and just run around.
Believable. Dark Knight is really nice. I think the standout thing for me is the
I
weapon.
like Dark
It's just
Knight.
enormous.
Oh, look
I
at the
love a
fabric
big,
down here too, and like the
enormous
chain,
spiked
kind of.
weapon, and this one does
Ooh,
not.
I love that
Uh,
weapon. I don't like the mask. Like it thematically it works with Dark Knight, but again, I just don't like the full head
That's the point.
coverings.
It reminds me, obviously,
I spend so much
of
time on my
Albert's
character. I
weapon
want to see my character.
on the
That's
Shadowbringers,
cool. That is pretty
cinematic.
pretty Dark Knight.
Dancer might be probably my second
Ooh.
favorite outfit from
Look at the sheen.
a lot
Look
of
at the
this, mostly
like
because they
you
played
can
around with
see
transparency.
the
And my
like the
favourite part of this is
transparency here.
definitely, like the glove section, or at least the
Oh!
length of those arms. Look at the
What?
transparency.
Look
you
at
can
that.
see the skin through it. How awesome is
Ow,
that?
my jaw popped.
It really is.
Dancer
I'm
is
a
always
massive fan of
pretty. This, I
transparency,
think, is my
and,
favorite
I think
dancer
they nailed
set.
it. Beautiful outfit.
That is. I'm gonna go back for a second. That's fucking adorable. Like the whole set.
It really is.
The
I'm
the
a
pants
massive fan
into
of
the shoes
transparency,
situation
and
works. I don't think they would work separately, but like together, or at least the shoes wouldn't work with like anything else. But
I think they've
the velvety into like the sheer with the gold. That is
nailed it.
gorgeous.
Beautiful outfit.
I think that's the
And
best
then, of course,
set.
Paladin
I should have
is
done a
just
ranking
something
video.
that,
Oh well, too late. I'm not doing it at 9:20 at night. Maybe we'll do that for YouTube this week. We'll do a ranking.
I think they've
Paladin.
put a lot
What is
of
this
work
eye
into. You've
situation?
probably seen this on a few things. They showcased this on a couple of demos
You should-
where they did
I recommend Dancer's a fun class. Dancer it's a support class, but it is a very fun
Like,
phys range.
close-ups of this armor and the weapon. It is absolutely exceptional. There's nothing I can say that I don't like about it.
It's interesting
apart from
seeing
I
like
would've
Paladin
personally
and like the
preferred
blue, because
a
I feel like
copper
it's been
helm
more
rather
like the
than
white and
like a
silver,
coronet
but it's
or a
not
circlet,
bad. Like it
but,
almost feels
apart
like.
from that, fantastic. Like about it,
Let
is-
me go back
you've
to.
probably seen
Oh, hello. Hi, Tom. Thank you for the follow on Twitch.
put a
Um,
lot of work into.
I don't hate it. It almost reminds me of like Heaven's Word,
You've
kind
probably
of
seen
like
this
with the
on a few
blue.
things. They showcased
What
this on
what was
a couple
their?
of demos where they did like close.
My gosh, I can't even think of the name of the.
Space Jam.
What?
Here's your chance to do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Oh, I got space jammed. That scared me. I get scared easily. Don't do that. That's funny. What was I gonna say? What is the group that Alphino led? Weren't they wearing blue? My God. Serenade Electra would kill me because I can't think of it. Now I have to Google it. Alphino. The name's on like the tip of my brain. The one shiny brain cell. Crystal Braves? No. Yes, the Crystal Braves. That's what this reminds me of. Very like
Absolutely
Crystal Braves
exceptional.
palette.
There's nothing I
if
can
that makes
say
sense.
That I don't like about it, apart from I would have
Oof,
personally
that took too much
preferred a
effort
proper
for
helm
me to
rather than
remember.
like a coronet or a circlet, but apart from that, fantastic. But my thoughts, I don't know. Do you share them? What was your favorite set? Let me know. More
Pretty
videos
good.
in the way, and I'll see you all next time.
I don't think there's any.
The
Was there
following
any
video-
that we hated? Like, I don't think. Well, now it just zoop.
The following
I don't think there were any that we hated, right? Like, Black Mage was pretty good. Like, there were some that were boring, and there were some pieces that I, like, despised. I'm just trying to, like, zip through them real quick. Boop, 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 boop. I don't think there were any that were, like, bad. Were there? Bard, you're telling me you don't like the drunken hippie vibe? You don't like drunken hippie?
see, Bard is
I like the individual pieces. I don't like them
just a
together.
wild card. It really is.
Truthfully.
I don't really know what to think.
I think the
about
pants,
Bard.
like, it's
I
very
love the
hippie,
guitar,
but like,
sort of bow.
and I like the boots by
I
themselves.
quite like
I
some
don't think I would
elements of
ever wear the
legs
whole set
on-
by itself unless it was for like a Halloween costume in game, because it is just very like Woodstock maybe. I don't know, like very hippie-esque. I feel like my dad had a neighbor growing up that like wore this. Like I I think this is literally what he used to wear, especially the hat. So like, I don't know. But no. Yeah, I'm okay with it now. That, like, to me, I don't even think this was the worst for me. Like, they're all really good. I don't even want to say worst. Like, the samurai, I guess,
But,
is probably the least
Scabbard's nice.
up my alley. Like, this is definitely a glam that I would not wear. Also, hi Tom. I am a metalhead. I haven't listened to Sleep Token, admittedly. I keep hearing about Sleep Token, but I have not listened to them yet. But yeah, I am into metal. I am metal. Right now, my big two bands that I've been listening to is Spirit Box and Electric Callboy. That is my bread and butter right now. Alright. So that is the gear. Let's see. I know Mione has a bunch of stuff too. And we love Mione. Did we look at the dual die channels? I don't think we did.
The
If we're
following
watching the
video
same
is
videos
based
as we
on
did the other day,
play
I'm so
of
sorry.
an in-development build of Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail, and the content in the final version is subject
Petition
to change,
for me to
so
listen
don't
to
pay too
Sleep
much
Token.
attention to
I
anything
should.
in here for numbers and things like that, as it will likely be changed in the final version.
Maybe we'll do that as a
I thought it'd
separate
be a
stream.
nice
I'll
idea
listen
to
to
just
maybe we'll have people throw in song and band recommendations and we'll listen to them. I used to do Metal Mondays back. Oh my god, this is like Pyra circa 2019, I think. I would have like Metal Mondays with Pyra and we'd listen to metal and like play Warframe and stuff like that. That was such a long time ago though.
Do a quick video talking about the dual die system.
Okay, so this is a
Essentially
dual
how
die
it works
system.
is you basically go to die an item. If it has two icons on it, two die dots, that's how you know something is dieable. But if there's two of them, that means that it's applicable for the dual die
Ooh.
channel system. And as far as
Even
I
the
know,
paint
most
changes
of the stuff
colors?
should have this. We
Whoa.
don't know any details of what
That
is being
makes me
backdated,
excited.
if at all, if all of it will be from the previous expansion, let alone anything else. But this is what it essentially looks like, and we
That's
weren't given
cute.
any dice to try this out with, but of course we could use the item preview section to try on the item and then go into try out the die
Favorite
system.
color and
So
last
that's
side color. I
basically
really
the
like
big
that
deal
too.
of
You
the
can
preview
like
window.
you can make like a 2-color die set, like a favorited die set. I'm like black and red, like everything. So
Essentially,
that's
we've translated some stuff on screen.
that's
They
pretty
didn't want us to show
cool.
any Japanese text, so that's exactly what I've done here. But I've translated it using Google Lens, and as you can see, the top row is your favorite color, so it allows you to set a preset. So if you're trying to apply a set of 2 dyes to more than one item, you can actually save it into its memory, and then the next time you come to dye another item, you
I
just
like
simply
that.
apply that button with the little icon there, and it will apply it straight away. There is actually a way of inverting this as well. So for example, if something looks really good with, let's say you dye it black and red, but if you wanted to see what it looked like if the other
Ooh.
section was actually done
That's
with the black
cool.
instead of a red, and the red vice versa, there's actually an invert button. You can press this button that looks like an empty cube going into a solid cube with like a loop icon on that bottom left there, just above the Terranibrinth. And basically,
That is
will
really
invert it.
cool.
It's a really cool feature. It's very simple. I just thought we'd do a quick
Oh, I
video
like
on
that too.
this.
You
Of
can
course, we
preview
weren't
the
able
entire
to
outfit,
test
so you don't have to keep going
multiple,
back and forth.
appearances. We weren't able to
That
actually
is really
physically dye
cool.
something, so things might vary when they're actually.
Look at how
dyed
the
in the
colors are
game.
actually
Anyway,
like
let me know what you think
dying
about this.
the
That was my short
outfit
preview
too,
of
like the
that.
gear.
More videos
Still
from
looks so
the
shiny.
Dawn Trail Media Tour on the way. We've got lots to get through, and I'm trying my best to make the most of what time I am allowed to show in total of footage. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Oh gosh, that is cool. Oh, CP Doug, your PC and stuff are all black and red. Nice. My hair used to be black and red before I decided to go red and blonde. My PC now, I didn't get to choose. This is where I get to brag and act like an asshole. My PC, I didn't get to choose the colors because I want it. But no, I have, my PC is teal and like pinkish purple, which is like my second favorite color palette. Like black and red is my favorite, but like the teal and purple kind of like cyberpunky, like techno-y, like that is definitely one of my favorite as well. Yeah, Tom, everything is down right now, sadly, and I forgot to make a frickin' video about it, but we have server maintenance because Dynamis is getting some new worlds to help prevent congestion in Dawn Trail, so unfortunately, servers are down all night, which is kind of a bummer, but if they're doing this to help, like, prevent, like, not even just lag, like, queue issues for Dawn Trail, like, I'm for it. Like, take some time now. I'm on Seraph. Oh. That's true. Yeah, not Primal. We're usually... I'm expecting Aether to have the worst time, truthfully. Like, Aether's become the hub for everything. At least for Party Finder stuff. Like, everyone's on Aether. Yeah, for real. I'm on Primal. Like, I'm scared. Oh, your main is on Aether. Good luck. I've been having to go to Aether, like, all the time lately for when we were doing T-Prog. What can you do? Oh, let's actually check out the blacklist. I didn't get to see this full thing.
On play of an in-development build of Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail, and the content in the final version is subject to change.
Oh my god, Pete! I just saw that. You dye your hair if you had any. I'll give you some of mine. I have plenty. Adam is bald as well, but and I keep telling him, I'm like, if you want, let's see if we can get my hair put. I'll take some extra hair. You can have it. I have so many. Goblin. Genova. You're on Genova. Nice. I was on Aether before Aether got split into Crystal. So I was originally from Coral, and then I moved to Leviathan, and then I've been from Leviathan to Lamia, back to Leviathan.
Don't pay
And
too much
this is where I'm going to
attention
stay, I
anything
think.
in here,
Well,
so
not even I
numbers
think. I'm
and
going to
things
stay
like
there.
that,
My
as
FC's
it
in
will likely
Leviathan,
change
my
in the
friends.
final version.
Not
That's
all
a
my
quick
friends,
video
but a good
then,
chunk of
just
my
to
friends
quickly
are on
talk
Leviathan,
about
and now with the
loot list of
data
blacklist.
center travel, like, you don't have to be in a certain server. Oh no, P-Dog. Where did they hurt you? Tell me where they hurt you. Poor thing. I have some friends up Balmung too. And it's funny too because I joke with them. They're like friends that I grew up with, like literally middle school, high school, etc. And they're on Balmung and I always give them shit for it. Just because they're my friends and I can. But let's look at Blacklist.
As it will
What do we got
likely be
going on
changed in the
Blacklist?
final version. There's a quick video then just to quickly talk about the mute list, blacklist, and term filters. The blacklist is limited to 200 people that you can add to it. This actually makes it so that messages registered to this blacklist will no longer be displayed. Additionally, their character model is also hidden from you, which is really cool in the
Messages
game.
from...
On the
Oh,
mute
good.
list, you can assign 200 people to this, and essentially any messages
Mute.
from those people on that list will no longer be displayed in any chat channel. And then there's
Huh.
also a term filter. This allows you to use up to 10.
So is the mute list... Maybe I need to, like, rewatch that a little bit. Is mute list completely separate from blacklist? They're just two separate things?
So don't pay too much attention to anything in here for numbers and things like that, as it will likely be changed in the final version. There's a quick video then just to quickly talk about the mute list, blacklist, and term filters. The blacklist is
Yeah, it
limited
looks like
to
there's
200
separate
people that
lists.
you can add to it. This actually makes it so that messages registered
Oh,
to
and
this
yeah, their
blacklist will
character
no
model
longer
will be hidden. I
displayed.
forgot about that.
Additionally, their
So that's
character
for people
model
that
is
you're
also
like
hidden from you,
literally
which is really
completely
cool in the game.
anti. Like,
On
no.
the mute list, you can assign 200 people to this, and essentially any messages from those people on that list will no
Oh,
longer
okay,
be
so mute
displayed
list
in
is
any
like
chat
people that you
channel.
don't want to talk
And
to
there's
at
also
all.
a term filter. This allows you to use up
Interesting.
to 10 specific terms to add to a list. You can
I
type them in.
like this too, the term filter. I mean, from what I've heard too, like, you could try to, like, block some words from guild sellers, and of course they'll probably find their ways around it, but things like that, maybe, like, derogatory terms, or terms that are, like... I could just think of, like, somebody with triggers, like, you know, like, you kind of read, like, messages like, trigger warning, da-da-da-da-da-da, like, words that might, like, technically not be against TOS, but affect them. Like, I could see that being such a good, huge thing. Like, if they put that on their filter list and, like, nope, I don't want to see any messages containing this word. Like, that's pretty huge.
For whatever chat you want them to no longer be shown in.
Huh,
For example, we
that's
use
pretty
the word
cool.
sausage as an example here. By ticking relevant
Sausage!
boxes, we filtered out various
I don't
chat
want to
channels in
see
the game
sausage.
to never have that term listed again. This will be especially useful for blocking out spammers, gold sellers, and recruitment messages that perhaps
Yeah.
you don't want to see. And honestly, all of this is a great step in the right direction. I can't wait to see more things like this added to in the future.
Gotta
And
love
I'm
that,
sure
B-Dog, when
that
people
this will
just
go
like, hey,
down
come
as
play,
one
and
of
then they
the
leave.
more
It's like,
interesting,
hello?
updates to
Fran?
the game
Where
that
did you
will
go?
make the biggest impact, especially if you're the sort of person that has to deal with somebody in the game that you perhaps don't want to have to deal with. They don't have to be a problem
That's
any
pretty
longer, theoretically.
cool.
Anyway, more videos from the Dawn Trail Media Tour from me on the way. Stay tuned, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
That's definitely a cool feature coming in. I'm excited for that. Let's see what else Meoni has. Some first impressions. We'll wait on those. Interview. I started watching their interview. I think I'll wait just because, like, that's a long interview. I don't think I want to do any of the big interviews on our reaction just because there's a, like, it's a lot. It's a long video, so. I don't know if did anybody see the merch? I've seen the merch already. I've seen a couple of these videos, but if people haven't, we could totally look over the merch. The collector's edition. Same thing. What's this one? Oh, the
following video
lean
is based
animations.
on
Ooh.
play of an in-development build of Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail, and the content in the final version is subject to change, so don't pay too much attention to anything in here for numbers and things like that, as it will likely be changed in the final version. Alright, let's talk about something. I've got a few minutes extra, apparently, on top of the footage I've already included. And I did want to talk about the way that mounts glide. So you might have seen in a previous live letter, Yoshi P demonstrated the Griffin.
Oh,
Looks so much
I
better
wonder
in
too.
person, as you can see here.
Oh,
Mounts
that's
now across the board.
cute.
Not all mounts, but some of them do have glide animations and lean animations, essentially.
Lean
We
and
also
glide.
have the Araman here. This is
Oh, I
another
like
mount we have
that.
access to
It's
demonstrate
such a
this. As you
small
can
little
see,
thing, but it's so
it
cute.
looks a lot more realistic to the actual way that Aramans look in the game. If you've done a certain dungeon in the game, you might remember an Araman flitting its way through the halls. It looks a lot closer to that. And the Magitech unit, obviously, here looking awesome. A lot of these
Nice.
things seem to have got a bit of a graphical update, although I can't confirm if they all have. But they definitely look a lot better. It probably is the lighting and shading, but the walker there gliding, And then the other one I definitely wanted to include here was the Chocobo. The
Yeah!
texture updates to the bird have been
Oh,
just,
that's
well,
cool.
you can see
You
for
could- I
yourself
was
that
about
it's a
to
lot
say,
fluffier, and I
You
think
could
a lot
tell
of
the
people will
texture
be happy
update
that
is
their
in
bird got
the
upgraded.
Chocobo
It looks
too.
really good as it flits around and glides. Yeah, very happy with this update. More
That's
videos
cute.
on the way. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, there's actually a minute or so left of the footage that I was allowed to actually show you. We were limited to 45 minutes, and this just fits in that. So, of course, yeah, happy days.
That's great. That is great. We love Mioni's videos. I'm looking at the Dawn Trail wrap up. Also, welcome to my recommended feed. um, what is this? Zone tours? Maybe we'll end with zone tours, kind of like chill a little bit. Systems. So this is, oh my god, Jesus. My eyes, hold on. My eyes, okay. Woo! That was something, guys. That was, oh, I'm blind. But this is the Reddit post. Now that I'm blind, this is the Reddit post of kind of like the mega thread of Dawn Trail Media Tour wrap-up stuff. So we went over Mioni. The other day we went over a couple other things. Also, hi Reptar, thank you for the follow. Let's see. I don't know what I want to look at next. I'm gonna look at system changes because I feel like I'm most curious about that right now. Jobs, I feel like I'm gonna have to do like a big deep dive into job changes. Well, we also looked at job changes the other day too, so let's see. And then if anybody wants to look at anything in particular and talk about it, we could totally do that. Checking out the new blacklist feature, we got that. Looking at the die changes, we got that from Mioni's video. Zeppela had that. Hrothgar female emotes showcase. Let's look at that. I don't know if I've seen this.
Here with another media tour video for Dawn Trail. In this one, I looked through all of the different Hrothgar
Thanks for the lurk,
emotes.
Reptar.
In general, I
Reptar.
felt these were a little less over the top and exuberant than male Hrothgar, but they were still pretty lively and playful. My personal favorites from these was the dance, which I believe is from Cats. If it's not, it definitely looks like it is. The
Yeah, that is a
cry,
very
which
dramatic
an epic
dance.
face palm slash furious, I think is great. Panic is super cute with little cat paws. Disappointed is great. I think it's
That's
probably
actually
the
really
most
cute.
dramatic disappointed that we have in the game. In general, I think the Hrothgar faces look great and they're super expressive. I hope you enjoyed the showcase here, and you can let me know which ones are your favorites in the comment section down below.
Oh, she's
Enjoy
got
the
an
video.
extensive video on this, like 13 minutes. Oh my. Won't look at the whole showcase, but maybe a couple of the basics. Welcome. That's cute, just that. Bye. That was cute. Freaking precious. Is there markers for no timestamps? Happy. That's adorable. There's some cute ones. I'm gonna chalk up another video, I think, because this one, I don't know if I want to watch 13 minutes of videos. I appreciate that she made this video. I just don't think I'm into Hrothgar that much to watch the whole thing. But I thoroughly appreciate that. Let's see. Media tour round up. Let's see. We already saw the job. We've pretty much seen a little bit of everything, I would say, for media tour stuff. Ooh, infographics we haven't, I don't think. From Sly. Oh, wait. Where's the... is there no video? Or is there... Oh! Gotcha. So it is, like... Oh! Oh, you know what? I was seeing this in Mr. Happy and, like, State of the Realm podcast with Happy and Sly, where they, we'll put on some background music while I'm talking. They were... I think Sly had a binder of, like, infographics that he was given from the team, unless he made these. He might have made these, and I'm just smoking something. Oh my god, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read all these. But these are pretty cool. Tooltips based on... Oh my god, I actually need to look at this in detail later. Holy shit. Sly has got, like, every single class has these... tooltips. That is fantastic. Okay, that'll be another video for another day. Job changes? Do we watch? I don't think we watch Renan's videos. Let me see. Where's Black Mage? That's always going to be the first one I'm going to want to watch. I'm blind. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
I was somehow lucky enough to receive an invitation to the Dawn Trail Media Tour, where I was given the opportunity to test out the level 100 iterations of all 21 of the game's jobs. In order to make sure you can get all the information you want quickly, I've sectioned each of my Media Tour videos into 3 sections. Firstly comes the changes and additions, including tooltips. Then I will talk more in depth on how I feel about the jobs. It's here that I'll talk about the various little bits and pieces that I tested, how this will shift their playstyle, and give you a bit of a primer of exactly what to expect.
I can't
going
wait
into
to
the
move
next
my ley lines.
expansion. Lastly, at the end of the video, I will have a full list of the jobs tooltips from the Media Tour build, including traits. Do please bear in mind that what I played was a development build, and it's totally subject to change, especially potencies, so don't take this as a final product, but it can be very useful to see intention and direction from the developers. Additionally, I had very limited time to test everything, and our play session was at like 400 ping due to needing to route the server access through North America, then all the way to Japan. So what you're going to be seeing from me is definitely not peak gameplay. My apologies, I did the best I could with what we had access to. With this Black Mage video, I actually did quite a lot of testing, so I'm going to go through the main skill changes, and then afterwards we'll talk about what I tested and what this likely means for the job. Firstly, Sharpcast has been removed from the game completely. Black Mage gets a brand new gauge in the form of their Astral Soul every time you cast certain spells, and from the job action trailer, we know that Fire 4 and Flare are within those spells. You gain a stack. At 6 stacks, you can cast Flare Star, a 350 potency GCD that will expend the gauge completely. You'll probably also notice that the Flare Star cast time is a little bit longer than your recast time. High Thunder and High Thunder 2 have been added as straight upgrades to the previous Thunder spells, and Thunder as a concept on Black Mage has been completely reworked. Now, you can only cast a Thunder spell when you have the Thunderhead buff. If you don't have the buff, the button is completely grayed out. You obtain
the Thunderhead buff. How do you get the Thunderhead buff? He probably said it and I was just not listening. When gaining Astral Fire or Umbral Ice from an unexpected state, or changing between their influences. That's interesting. I don't know how that's gonna work. I feel like it'll be fine.
In the Thunderhead buff by going
Also,
into Astral Fire or Umbral Ice from either no state or from changing between the two of them. That's it. Ice Paradox has been completely removed from the game. Now, the only way to get a Paradox is to go into Umbral Ice 3 with 3 Umbral Hearts, and then swap to Fire, giving you a Fire Paradox. Additionally, Fire Paradox is now an instant cast, and it also gives you a guaranteed Fire Starter proc. Mana font has been changed very extensively. Now it fully restores your MP, grants Astral Fire 3, gives you a Thunderhead proc, and
Yeah,
provides
this
you with
I saw
3
the other
Emerald
day.
Hearts,
The
as
mana font
well as
change.
a new
Holy
paradox.
shit.
It is essentially
Holy
a
shit.
completely full refresh of your
This is
fireplace.
wild.
You can just do
The
an
amount that
entire
mana
another
font's doing
fireplace
now,
straight
because
away.
mana font
You
is
can
not
now
that
stock
powerful.
off
You just
3
get more
stacks of
MP.
polyglot instead of
Like, that's
2,
it.
allowing you
And
to
not even that
prepare
much.
even more Xenoglossies for burst than ever before. Leylines
Hello,
is a new combo
Kevin. How are
action
you doing
coming off of
today?
it called Retrace, which allows you to reposition
We're looking
your
at
leylines
some
instantly
media
into a
tour
new
footage right
position,
now.
allowing you
Videos
much more
from creators.
leniency in your placement of it. This has a
Retrace.
40
This,
seconds cooldown.
I am so freaking excited for Retrace, especially in content like Ultimates, or Savage, when, like, you cannot fulfill your full leyline. Like, you can't do a full opener, or can't stay in your ley lines for the full duration of its time, so being able to, like, move to your secondary location and retrace them, it's gonna be
so
so
you can
good.
only do it once per ley line in their roll actions.
Even just the once per ley line, like, I'll take it. That sounds
reduced from
great.
60 to 40 seconds, and Adel has its duration extended from 10 to 15 seconds. This helps him fall in line with the changes that other jobs have received recently, especially to their mitigative potential.
be so
Now that I've
good.
covered the main changes, I have a lot more to say about my testing and what this actually means for the job on the whole. As an aside, there are some potency changes
Maintenance,
across
yeah,
the board to certain
it's a
existing
maintenance
spells.
window,
Please bear in mind that these
sadly.
are subject to change, but it can definitely help
Sadly.
you discern the intention
Yeah,
of the
we
developer,
started
and I think the changes kind
doing
of make
all
sense.
dailies, and I
Fire
was like,
3,
oh yeah.
Blizzard 3, and
Maintenance.
Flare have gained
Ooh.
20 potency apiece, which now puts Fire 3 only.
Actually, I'm gonna pause this quick, because I'm gonna look, I would need to pull up what's the current, like, information on the tool, so we'll just
30
listen to what he's
potency
saying.
behind a Fire 4, and interestingly, High Fire 2 and High Blizzard 2 actually lost potency. They now do
Huh.
40 potency less than they did before. This
I
makes a
wonder
lot
why.
of sense based on what else we know about the job changes.
Oh, but they're
So,
changing, like,
the big
buffs
question,
and,
how does MP work now? You now
Yeah.
gain mana
Oh, that
from
makes
using
sense.
ice aspected spells whilst in ice, and the amount of mana you regenerate depends entirely on how many stacks of Umbral Ice you currently have. If you have Umbral Ice 1, you will gain 2.5k MP. Umbral Ice 2 will give you 5k, and Umbral Ice 3 is a full restore at 10k MP. So
I
you would,
like
for
this
example,
change.
Blizzard 3 into Ice and then do your Blizzard 4, and that Blizzard 4 would give you the 10k MP. But if you transposed into Ice, leaving you at Umbral Ice 1, and you did the Blizzard 4 then, you would only get 2.5k MP.
That makes sense.
As a note, all Blizzard spells in Umbral Ice are created equal, so all of them provide this same amount of mana. Umbral Soul is counted as an ice spell, and therefore
Nice.
will regenerate the same mana as casting, say, a Blizzard during downtime. When you're in Umbral Ice, even if it's Umbral
I
Ice
thoroughly
1,
like
your
this
ice
change,
aspected
'cause
skills such as Blizzard
there has
3
been
and
so
4
many
will
times
all
where,
become
like,
zero
the
mana
server
cost
tick is
rather than the
awful,
mana
and you
cost
don't get your full
reduction
MP
stacking
gauge
per
back,
Umbral Ice stack as it
and
did previously.
I'm over it.
Additionally, Square Enix mentioned
I
the
do
removal of
standard
mana
rotations.
ticks. At
I
least
don't do
based
the
on the Mediator
unstandard,
build, I
so
think this
I'm
was a bit of a
excited for this
misunderstanding.
update.
What they meant to say was they removed Umbral Ice buffed mana ticks, because the natural mana tick still exists, and you can also
Gotcha.
still lucid dreaming in ice, and
That
it
makes
still
sense.
has the same effect it did before.
That's good.
Of course, its value has gone down drastically due to the other changes, but I thought this was a very important and interesting note to make, because I saw a lot of Black Mage players freaking out over this. Thunder's potency is increasing quite a lot, but it's losing the secondary effect of the Thundercloud proc dealing its full damage over time as part of the initial damage, so it seems to kind of equal
Oh,
itself out in
yeah.
that regard. I don't know where to put this, so I'll just do it here as well, but Black Mage also got a new Enochian trait upgrade,
Eee.
boosting its magic damage gain to 30%.
We love Enochian. Or
Pretty big.
Eno-chan.
Now regarding the build-up and
Eno-chan.
spending of your brand new gauge. I've also tested a few things here. Firstly, and I'm sorry in advance because I know a lot of people will be disappointed to hear this, only Fire 4 and Flare build gauge. Nothing else. Fire 4 gives you 1 stack and Flare gives you 3 stacks. That's it. You can also only use Flare Star when you are at 6 stacks. There is no option to say use a 4 stack Flare Star for lower potency or anything like that. It's not an option.
Gotcha.
Additionally,
I
when
don't
you
hate
lose
that,
Astral
though.
Fire either by entering ice or by timing out, your gauge will completely reset to
Oh,
0. You
fuck.
need to use it within that Astral Fire cycle, meaning that
good
now
to
Black Mage is fairly
know.
locked to wanting to do 6 Fire 4s in every fire chain. I also tested whether you needed to be an
That
Astral
might
Fire
be
3
tough
to build
for
stacks, and I
certain
can
fights.
confirm that you do not.
We'll have to see.
If you do a Fire 4 from AF1, you will still obtain an Astral Soul stack. You can do the Flare Star and Despair as part of your rotation in any order. They won't somehow cancel one another out, but it's important to note that they have the same extended cast time, which is a little bit longer than Fire 4 and even longer than your base recast time. The changes to AoE and the addition of Flare Star means that you want to spend as little time as possible casting High Fire 2 and High Blizzard 2 due to their potency reductions. So I imagine now it'll be something along the lines of High Fire 2, and then you'll get your Thunder off, and then you'll just go into the double Flare and Flare Star right away. You want to get at least 2 flares per cycle to enable Flare Star, and you want to get those 3 attacks rolling as quickly and as often as possible. Regarding single target, due to you now having 2 extended casts in the form of Despair and Flare Star, assuming you have the triple casts available and they don't need to be dedicated to movement during a particular period of time, you're probably going to end up triple casting the tail end of your fire cycle in an ideal world, and using that nice little F3P or your Thunder 3 proc or maybe a Xenoglossy to enable that weave. You could also maybe play around with transposing into fire after an ice phase and using your F3P immediately to get Astral Fire 3, but whether that would be a gain or not, I don't really know. I actually don't have the available time to math it out, so I'm sure somebody else will do it for me. So what does all that mean for Black Mage? Well, non-standard rotations as we currently know them are dead. There may be room for leeway and some funky tech, but right now the job is very closely tied intentionally to ensuring that you get a full fire cycle of 6 Fire 4s every single time, then going into Ice, doing your Blizzard 4, and repeating. I think the removal of Ice Paradox and Sharpcast 2 is an especially big hit to those creative rotations, and that in general most of the changes that have been implemented seem to have been done specifically to reduce the deep complexity of the job and those 40-page guides that people love talking about, and it seems to have been done in the intention of bringing more players together onto a baseline of understanding of how the fundamentals are going to work going forward. Black Mage is now essentially on rails mechanically, but there is still quite a lot of room for creativity in terms of extending your fire phases for movement with things like your now guaranteed F3P proc and your Xenoglossies, and if it counts for anything, I still have a ton of fun playing it at the Media Tour. Basically, if you play non-standard Black Mage, I'm sorry for your loss, but if you play standard Black Mage, the job for the most part, feeling-wise, is very unchanged, and if anything, is cooler than ever. Flare Star is really fun.
I'm pretty stoked from the Black Mage changes, truthfully.
Honestly, I feel like Black Mage is one of those jobs that always finds a way, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the expert players will cook up given enough time with this new iteration.
Like,
I'm sure
we're never gonna have a hard time on Black Mage as far as like it's never gonna get destroyed because it's Yoshiki's favorite class.
Sorry this video was a bit long. I wanted to make sure that I told everyone everything I tested, because I'm glad to hear about the Manatech too for kind of
just like the Blizzard Manatech testing versus the full Manatech. That was pretty good. Good to know. Good to know. I don't know who else to look at for general coverage. You know what? I might end this. How long is Jesse Cox's video? It's a long video. It's a 45-minute video. I don't know if we're gonna do a 45-minute video. I would recommend though, if you haven't watched Jesse Cox's Dawn Trail Spectacular, it is fantastic. I might rewatch it. So TLDR, I only got to listen to some of this at work when it dropped on 4 days ago. So I haven't seen the full thing. I almost want to now. Again. But I know I've seen some of this. But we will... I don't know. I'm going to put that on the back burner because I don't know if I want to do a 45-minute video. It is a great video from what I remember listening to part of it. I'm trying to think of what I want to see. And some of these, like, I want to watch videos. It's just easier when we're streaming. Job stuff, system stuff. We looked at system stuff. I don't think we looked at any other system stuff. I don't know if I saw Mr. Happy's interview.
Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and
it's
today
a 16-minute video. We'll watch this one. We'll watch it. Happy. because Mr. Happy makes
I'm going to
good
be sharing
videos.
with you a one-on-one interview I did with Yoshi P at the latest media tour for Dawn Trail. I was given the privilege of asking him a few questions on my own, and I got some pretty interesting answers to questions that we've been asking for a while, and also some questions that are about
I
some
like
of the
Mr.
newer
Happy
stuff.
too.
So, without further ado,
I've been
let's get
following
into
him
the
for
Q&A.
a long time.
So question number one was a
he's always had
simple
good
one, and it is one that I have
all-rounder
asked Yoshi
energy
P
with the
before,
game, which I really
and that
love
was
and
that if they're
appreciate.
going to add new job weapons to the old Ultimate. So right now, when an Ultimate released, it released with a certain number of
I'd like to
weapons
know this
based on
too,
the jobs
actually.
available.
As someone
But
who's
as they've
into
added new
Ultimates
jobs to
now.
the game, people have gone back and beaten those old Ultimates with the new jobs
Can I get more
without
Sage
really being
Ultimate
able to
weapons,
pick up a
please?
really fancy shiny reward. We've been asking about it for years, and I finally have an answer for you. So Yoshi P gave a firm yes. They are working on new job weapons for
Yeah.
old Ultimates. Now, there's
one day I'll
no
get to the
timeline
top.
that they can promise right now, just that it is in the pipeline itself. However, there was a bit of a stipulation that I didn't expect, something that matches some of the speculation people had after looking through some of the gearing options in the recent benchmark. So first and foremost, Pictomancer and Viper are actually going to be getting priority on this system.
I
So
heard
they
about
are going to
this.
get the new weapons for the old Ultimates before the other jobs that are already missing weapons.
This is
Other jobs
wild.
like Gunbreaker or Dancer are also going to be
Poor
getting them,
Dancer
but it's
means.
not at the same point in the pipeline, so you'll have to wait a little
Gunbreaker
bit
means.
longer if you're looking for some of the pre-Dawn Trail jobs to get those new weapons. A little bit of an odd decision. It largely has to do with their pipeline for their artists who are very, very busy both at the moment and on a patch-to-patch basis. If I had to speculate, and this is just speculation on my part, it is probably because it is easier to put new weapons for the new jobs in the pipeline because they're already working on assets for those
That
at
would
the
make
moment.
sense.
But that is not something Yoshi B said. That is purely my
Wonder what the
speculation.
time
All he
frame
said was,
is?
please wait a little while longer, and of
little
course,
while.
please look forward to it. Now, my second
Yeah.
question was
So I'd
kind
like
of
to
a
see when the new
curiosity
jobs look
one
at
on
the
my
ultimate
part.
weapons. Like, should I
said
save
there
a
are
totem?
21
Should I wait?
non-limited jobs available in Final Fantasy XIV as of Dawn Trail. Now, many people in the community are questioning how much longer the team can continue to add 2 new jobs per expansion. So is this a discussion that the dev team has had, whether they want to go down to 1 job and focus more on the existing ones, or if the plan is to continue to add 2 new jobs every expansion? Now, Yoshi P's question back to me is actually a pretty big indication of where they're kind of leaning for this answer. He asked me, would the community even be okay with that? To which my answer was, maybe. It would depend on the work that's done on the other jobs.
Will the
Though I do
community
think
not
people are largely
roast
comfortable
us
getting 2 jobs per
for
expansion.
not
Now,
getting
after
2 jobs
posing
per
that question
expansion?
back to me, the question then kind of leaned away from being about the 2 new job additions and focused more on kind of the overall job system as a whole. So yes, they have had the discussion about can they continue to add 2 new jobs per expansion? Is that the route they want to go, or do they want to do something different? He said, especially with the cap now being level 100, they've been
I mean, shit, like, I'm gonna pause just because I want to listen to him too. I remember, what was it, Heaven's Word? We had 3 jobs? Was that the only expansion that we had 3 jobs at launch? I think so, because it was Dark Knight, Machinist, and Astrologian, I believe. So they reduced it down to 2. Like, they could reduce it down to 1 if they wanted to. Like, I feel like there's enough creative energy to make more classes, but they could reduce it. I mean, they've already done it once. Also, thank you for the follow, Neon Babam. It took me a second to say that. You're gonna get shiny ultimate weapon for Monk, and then use the Emperor's New Fist to make them invisible. No! Kevin, no! That's tragic.
been adding new actions. They've been trying
That's
to
okay, though.
consolidate
Most of the monk
buttons,
fists
but
look awful.
Rebalancing keeps getting
Awful.
tougher and tougher to fit new things.
I've done, and I actually have to upload some, like, back in December, I recorded all the ultimate, I did, like, a live on Twitch, like, tier ranking of all the ultimate weapons. Monk was, like, dead last, every single one. I was like, these are just not good. Also, oh, hi, Mark, yeah. That follow image me, that follow worth it, yay! Yeah, I have an unholy obsession with the Room movie. So, you'll get random crazy memes like that once in a while.
things
Cursed,
in.
very cursed.
And at the same
things
time, they've also
here.
noticed that jobs
Dangerous,
have become
yeah.
more homogenous.
Listen, you should. If anybody subscribes today, you should see my subscription thing. I don't know if y'all have seen the Hank Hill, King of the Hill, Butterfree. That's what that is, and it is cursed as well as half of my channel. So welcome. Oh, play.
things in. And at the same time, they've also noticed that jobs have become more homogenized as they've continued to kind of implement feedback and, just make additions and whatnot. So this is kind of a regurgitation of what he said during the last live letter, where he said, in 7.0, things are going to largely stay the same. And in 8.0, we're going to focus a lot more on job identity.
Yeah.
So he just reiterated
That
it might
makes
be
sense.
time to update or renew their systems. And for this,
I wonder
it's
if
definitely
8.0
going
will
to take
still
some
have
time.
other jobs.
He didn't want to
then?
talk too much more
If
about
they're
it,
really
similar
gonna
to
try
the
to,
live letter where he said, we can't even talk about
refine
8.0 yet. We still have to do
identity,
7.0.
but-
He doesn't want anyone to worry, but either way, the team is always looking to make things more exciting for the player. So whatever route they feel they need to take to do that, they will. So a little bit of just, it's
I'm
not a yes,
confident
it's
that
not
they
a no,
won't
it's a lot
fuck
of
up the
fluff, but at the same time, it's a
classes
little
and
bit
the
of insight
jobs,
into how
but
the dev team is
it is
thinking
interesting
as they're
thinking
approaching
how
new actions and
they're already
every
talking
expansion.
about
So
this a little
for
bit
now,
in 8.0.
based on him asking me if we
Little
would even
scary,
be
though.
okay with
Little
that,
scary.
I'll take that as a, they aren't planning on stopping that anytime soon, but plans change all the time, so we can't really take too much out of this answer. Now,
Yeah.
question number 3 was one that I asked for those of you adventure plate and portrait enjoyers out
Oh,
there.
yes!
I talked about how the
Why do
community
they
has
always
really
break?
loved it, but it's so easy to accidentally break your portrait. You change a die, you change a piece, and then suddenly you're just staring into the screen. Nice portrait, bro. So I asked if they've been making any sort of back-end considerations on improving the system, perhaps make it so that the plate default is actually what is kind of replaces the default
for
if
real,
you
Kevin.
were
They
to
did
break the
less
portrait
often
itself.
during the beta.
And we got some insight into how the system works. So I was told what's difficult about this is that we have protections for cheating the portrait. Now, he's not talking about like cheating, but essentially the portrait is, it checks to make sure you have the right equipment, you own the emotes, or it just straight up doesn't work. They would need to loosen this up a lot. And the thing that makes that difficult is that the portrait is not a screenshot or a picture, as most of us can tell.
Don't
it's
they,
actually
like,
just a straight up render of the
get
character.
mad at you for having,
and not
like,
an image.
lewd
So it's
shots
quite complex.
now?
It's really difficult
pretty
to
sure they
separate
did
all the
because
processes.
people were, like,
but
finding
he'll
ways to
take
make
that
really
back to the
lewd
team, and
portraits.
they're always
Yeah.
looking for things and feedback on the system
If there's a
itself.
way to
So,
make things lewd
if
in
we
this
continue
game,
to
people will
provide
find
feedback
it,
about the portrait
and they'll
system
make it happen.
and any issues with
It just reminds me of if you've ever seen the people. It's usually a Lalafell or a Rogadin. Just a coincidence, but they will get like some of the leggings, like the linen leggings, and they'll dye them the same color as their skin tone, and so it look like they're just naked everywhere. It gives me that feeling. Yeah, exactly. Really.
with it, especially the whole nice portrait thing, then they'll continue to take note and see what they can do about that system. Now, we've heard a lot about them adding,
Yeah, I hope they
50%
fix,
more
like, change
rewards
the
by the time
system
we
up,
get to like
because
7.3, comparatively
break
to
so
6.3 after
often.
Endwalker
It's
release.
kind of
But I,
obnoxious.
of course, had to go down the route of asking about Criterion.
What, B-Dub?
So
What
I
did you-
asked
what,
him
what?
straight up, people loved Criterion too, but the motivation to do it just wasn't there because the rewards were just, mounts and a couple of other things. So I asked.
See, about the Lala and Ro? Oh, okay, so, I was just saying that it happens to be a lot of Lala and Rose that I've seen do this, but there will be people in this game that get, linen leggings in the game, and they'll dye it the same color as their skin tone, so they look like they're just streaking naked. I've seen this so many times I can't even count. And it is typically a Rogadin, a male Rogadin, or typically also a male Lalafell. Yeah. Yep. Every time. A lot in Mordona. I don't know why people are trying to streak in Mordona. It's a thing. I've seen it more times than I can count in the past 9 years. they are 100% gremlins. Oh, God. Oh,
Asked him
Lordy.
straight up, people loved Criterion
Why?
too.
Oh, yes, this is what I was going to talk about, too. I love Mr. Happy's questions, too, because, he always goes for questions, and I'm like, not, off the beating path of, what everyone else is doing, the very basic, questions, the obvious questions. His are very, Damn, I wish I would have thought of that. That was a good question. You're not a gremlin. Are you streaking or pretending to streak? If you were pretending to streak, B-Dog, you'd be a gremlin too. Huh? Have I seen the Lala video where he gets stuck in the bent back position and tickles the other? Yes! Oh my god, who does that? I forgot who does that. Yes, I've seen that one. And that is fact, Kevin. Male LFL players are either the biggest meme lords or both. Like, I have seen some of my good friends are male Lala players that are also meme lords, so it's kind of the Venn diagram. There's a little part in the middle. Yeah, if you can find, like, if you see that video, we can look for it after this. I just don't even remember what it's called. I haven't seen that video in a hot minute. My gosh, Lalafell. But let's see. Twitch chat is popping off today. I love it. This question. That's what I was gonna say before half-naked Lalafells. Criterion. I haven't even tried Criterion, which is wild. I think part of that is because I got into Ultimates and, like, once we started T, like, a few months ago, I was like, I have to clear T. And so now that I've cleared T, I'm, like, thinking, like, what do I do in the next few weeks? Like, some of my friends want me to go into UCOB, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to, like, prog the entirety of UCOB in, like, 2 weeks. But, like, I'm, like, thinking of other things, and, like, Criterion is one of those parts of the game I just haven't tried, I think, because of that. Like, the rewards are not where I want it to be to, like, prog another hard piece of content. And, like, I love the variant dungeons, don't get me wrong, but it's, like, I haven't had anything that's made me really want to try Criterion. So before we play this video again, like, this is a good point. I don't know if anybody else has done Criterion or not.
But the motivation to do it just wasn't there because the rewards were just, mounts and a couple of other things. So I asked him, what are they doing with Criterion's rewards? And he said, yes, we want to improve the rewards, and it will take time. And, they're doing their best. And not just in Criterion. He said Criterion and other content have suffered from poor rewards. So they really want to improve that particular aspect. And he then reiterated that by 7.3, there will be that 50%.
Can you post links? Actually, I think my bot will yell at you. You can try, and if it yells at you, I'm sorry. Or if you give me a name, I can Google it. Or third option, if you want to join the Discord, you can absolutely pop it in there.
Increase.
So one of those three options. I don't know. I have a bot that, like, doesn't like certain links, and I think it just yells at everyone, and I have to shut it off.
Criterion, and of course the
secret option Discord. Yeah, keep the conversation going. I always try to get people in the Discord.
Add another minion, or add another mount, or an emo. No, he wants to add actual gear. Now, keep in mind, it was not specified when he said actual gear if that was an item level increase. He just said the words actual gear and actual armor. So we may read into that and be like, oh yeah, we're getting gear upgrades. Exactly. I want to be clear that was not explicitly stated that this new reward would have item level, but he did also take the time to say we have seen the feedback. We have seen that people are asking for better rewards from Criterion and from other content. And that's what we want to do to improve it. So if they have really been looking at the feedback, a lot of the feedback has been to provide item level and, again, actual gear. So I can be optimistic about that answer. I just want to add that disclaimer. It was never explicitly stated that this would be gear that increases your item level. Just so you don't come back to me later and be like, but Mr. Happy said, no, I'm covering that here. So my fifth question to Yoshi P got my favorite answer by far. Not just because of what the answer was, but because of how he delivered the answer. I asked Yoshi P, I took a deep breath, and I went, and said, so, Blitzball.
Neon, I see your video.
I didn't get to say another word. He audibly shouted,
I will play that after
no!
this. We will detour after finishing this video.
That people in the other room asked me, why did Yoshi P yell no at one point? So
No
yeah, that's it.
Blitzball.
No Blitzball. It's not just in 7.0. It means ever. My celebrations from the FanFest are to be met with the expectation we are not getting Blitzball.
Absolutely
And it's
no
kind of a
Blitzball.
regurgitation of the reason they weren't sure if they were going to add it in the first place. So they've had team members pitch an idea of an MMO-esque Blitzball, something that people could play together that would be a little bit more modernized. But he said that's not the nostalgic version that people came to know. So is it really the same as adding Blitzball when it's Blitzball in only name and not in its other functions? On the other hand, if they add Blitzball as it was from Final Fantasy X, he's worried they're going to put all this work into it. People are going to play it once and then never touch it again, which was my chief concern about adding Blitzball.
I
So
feel like
because
that
of
could
the
be a thing.
concerns over
There are plenty of things in
replayability,
this
because
game
of
that
the
are, like,
concerns over making
don't
changes to
have
make it
high
more replayable,
replayability,
but at the
so
same time
that's a
sacrifice
valid
what Blitzball
concern.
actually is, the answer is no. So we can stop asking about it. And some of y'all out there are going to be like, oh, yes, of course he said no. He's not going to answer that question with a yes, happy. That would be No, it's not happening. He was very passionate about the no, and he was glad to hear that I wasn't asking for it because I
There's
wanted
plenty
it.
to do in the game.
Just because I needed to ask because everyone asks. Okay, moving on. My next question was
I've
about
only
them
played-
combining the subscriptions
I've
for
only
Final Fantasy
played
IV.
Final Fantasy 14. Like, I haven't played the earlier ones yet, so like, I don't care about Blitzball. Like, from what I've seen, I'm like, okay, no, we don't need it. 10 years of your life. Listen, that's how I feel. I poofed. Where did I poof? Why did I poof? Okay, I'm back. Thanks for saying something. I didn't even see my... I disappeared. I'm a magician. Yeah, thanks. I don't know where I went. Insane, probably. I'm a wizard, Harry. I'm a Walt. Yeah. There are things that I want, like, gold saucer things, and I say gold saucer because, like, where else would you put, like, something like a Blitzball? Like, where else would you put it? Something like the gold saucer, I think. The only thing gold saucer-wise that I want to see, and I'm gonna say this now because it's just stuck in my head, if y'all have done Byakuya, and is it just Extreme? Where you're flying through the air and you have to dodge, like, you're falling in the air, and you have to dodge the, like, the bombs that come up. I want that as, like, a gold saucer event. Like, do it like Air Force One, so it's, like, a solo instance, and it's, like, combine that with, like, a Sonic, so it's, like, rings, and you have to, like, come on, that's what I want, like, a skydiving thing. Like, we need the free fall. I've been wanting this for years, and I asked for my ley lines to be moved with me for years, and that's happening now. Hear me out, Yoshi P. Give me a game where I can free fall like in Byakuya. Like in the Jade Stoa. That's all I want. Blitzball should be in costume. Like, if they were gonna add it, that would absolutely, maybe it could be like a summer thing, but I feel like they'd probably put in, like, the ROI would not be enough, so, like, they would put in way more effort than they were gonna get in return. Yes, also, me ley lines. I wanted it to be like a hula hoop, but I'll take Retrace. It's fine. Like, let me just have them. Yeah, I love that part of the fight. Some people are like, I hate it. I'm like, I love it. It is just such a great part of Byakuya. So good. Oh, and there I go again. Disappearing. Oh, you know why? Because I pressed spacebar to play the video, but I was not clicked on the video. That's why I disappeared.
14 and Final Fantasy
here I am
11
again.
because we do have the Final Fantasy 11 raid coming out. So you'd assume they might do either some campaign where it's like, you know, cheaper to buy the game or to log in or whatever, or of course that long coveted, you know, combined sub, something that
Combined
existed back in
sub.
1.0 when the systems were more closely tied together. And
magician.
that's kind of the
I'm a
big
black
thing
mage.
that's
I can't help
stopping
it.
them from doing it, is that the systems for the game are just very different. They have to
I
consider
don't
legal
know about this
considerations as
one.
well when they offer a bundle subscription. Not every country where they offer the games as available, they don't have the same laws
Oh,
when you
Happy's
suddenly are
wearing a
tying
Warframe
two
shirt there.
subscription
That's
services
great.
together. And so between the systems in the background and potential
You
legal
need that
issues in
space bar at
some
work.
countries where the
Dude,
games
same.
operate, that could become
That's
a
me
bigger
on
headache
Tuesdays
down
when I
the
work
line.
remotely.
There's
Just
concerns.
kinda like
they're
the
not
kid
letting
that,
them
like, does the
stop
peace
the
sign
idea
and, like,
as a
disappears.
whole.
That's
And in
me on
fact, they
Tuesdays.
have been checking and updating their
Bye.
database on the back end to see
Yo-
how they would
Yoshi
achieve
P
this,
also
given
picked
how
on Zeppelin.
different the games.
I fucking saw that. I heard that because I was watching Zepla's, she did a, what was it? Like the, nothing specific to the content, but like her, like a vlog. That's the word I'm looking for, like the vlog. Yeah, he like called her out. That I would have loved to be a fly on the wall for that, or even I would have loved to technically be a creator at the media tour if I were big enough. But I would have loved that because that just
Registration
sounds like it would have been
systems
so
are
funny
on the back end,
witnessing
especially with
her getting
he
called out by
specifically
the
labeled
teacher.
play online being one of the major concerns that comes into this. So they are actually still looking into it and doing more research. It's something they don't want to like say no to, but it's also not something they can just say, yeah, absolutely, let's just flip the switch for. So there you have it. I tried to get a newer answer on that one, but we kind of got the old one just, you know, a little updated, I suppose. And at this point, I had kind of exhausted all my questions. I was told I was going to get 4 to 6, and that was the 6th one. And so I was like, okay, I need another one. So I remembered back at North American Fan Festival when it said plans for Deep Dungeon, they very specifically stated that they weren't sure they were actually doing a Deep Dungeon. So they're just plans. They might do something else. So I asked, you know, what other content would you possibly do that would replace Deep Dungeon in Dawn Trail? And he said that he couldn't say because it would be spoilers if he did. But the big thing he wanted to emphasize on is the amount of work they're putting into the other content that is very much set in stone. He said, for example, we're working on that new field content and we're putting a lot of work into that. So with Deep Dungeon, it just might make more sense because we've already done Deep Dungeon.
Well,
we
hi,
have kind
Mark.
of a formula
Well, hey,
for
Kevin.
it
Thank you
that,
for the
you know,
follow. Have a
we
good
can
night.
update certain bits
We'll
of it, but
pause
we
this
can
really
keep
quickly.
the
Oh, I'm gonna keep disappearing. Fuck. Pardon me. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Have a good night.
core systems
Fucking- I
there,
can't.
which makes sense. Then they can save. There's a ton of people who don't have to do like brand new system work and setting up entirely new things for us to mess with. So
I'm a-
maybe
I'm a
they'll
fucking
go
mess
for
tonight.
more than
I'm a
100
hot
floors this
mess.
time. Maybe they'll add something that's more challenging, but they don't
If
want
you're
to
not
say.
laughing,
But
you're crying,
ultimately, they're leaning towards the deep dungeon because it would have the same formula. So in
I
that case,
hope we
also
get
don't
more
expect
Deep
the deep dungeon
Dungeon.
to have
I
like a
like Deep
sweeping change. If
Dungeon.
you know
Like,
how
I'm
the
not
current
always
ones work,
playing it,
they wouldn't be like
but
rewriting that from the
it's
ground up.
nice. Like,
He
I like
also
Deep
wanted to
Dungeon.
reiterate that they do have content that is completely
Hello, Crystalia.
unannounced
How are you doing
at this
today?
time. And that's normal. You know, we don't usually learn absolutely everything we're going to be getting. The big thing is that after Dawn Trail releases and things calm down a bit, they want to go over the patch plans for the rest of the expansion. This is something they did for Endwalker, and it was greatly appreciated. So it sounds like we're going to be getting a 7.1 to 7.5 patch plan at some point. He doesn't explicitly state that, but he makes a statement that makes it sound like they will do that. So please look forward to that as well. And then I still got one more question, and I was really I was not ready
doing
to
pretty
get
good tonight,
as many
thanks.
questions as
Glad
I
you're
did.
doing good as
So I
well.
did something for you Black
Also,
Mage
thanks for the
players out there.
follow.
I know Yoshi P
Ooh.
plays.
Oh, I gotta rewind. He's talking to me. The Black Mage player. I am here.
I was not ready to get as many questions as I did. So I did something for you Black Mage players out there. I know Yoshi P plays Black
go.
Mage. I know he had to have been heavily involved in the changes that came to Black Mage in this expansion. Be sure to check out my Black Mage video that will also be coming out at the same time as this. So one of the major concerns has been about the fact that MP requires you to cast an ice spell in order to gain it back.
Oh, this is just another
However,
question.
there are
There's
Black mages
so
that
many
have the
Manatech stuff.
concern that, you know, they'll
Oh,
want to swap
that
over
makes
to ice
sense,
and
actually.
gain their MP back during like a down for the count style phase. So like, you know, the final phase going in the
I didn't
top
even
where you
think
complete.
about. That's the one thing I didn't even think about. So like, I'm all for the Manatech, get it out of here. But I did not think about this specific instance where like you're in a cutscene, a down for the count, active time maneuver, something like that. I never even thought about that. That could be an issue. Yes, I've been maining Black Mage for over 9 years now. It's been a long time. I live and breathe and die by the Black Mage. I'm an Omni. I say that with a struggling voice because, like, I leveled up a lot of, like, I don't play Melee for shit. So, like, those classes were leveled up, brought to you by PvP and Tribal Quests. But I main Black Mage, secondary Machinist, third Sage Astro, something like that. I bounce around, but, like, that's kind of my faves. Yeah, I never even thought of that. I'm curious what he's about to say, because, like, down for the count, like, that is the only good time that I want to recover mana when I'm in, like, ice phase. And I definitely do that for fights that, have that. Like, even...
Space Jam.
Hey, what?
Here's your chance.
What?
We'll dance at the Space Jam.
Darn! Oh, wait. There we go. Chicken Nugget can make his appearance. You used to be a Bard main. What iteration of Bard? Bard's been a caster. Bard's been a fist ranged, essentially. Lionel. Oh my god, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. The beef soft tacos, exactly. I should get an emote that's beef soft tacos. I am completely, it's my own fault. Off topic right now. Bard fizz ranged. Okay. If you were when you were Hrothgar, then that makes sense. There was a time, some of us may remember, I know at least B-Dog and Saren will remember, there was a time when Bard casted. It was a fizz ranged, but all of its attacks were casts. That was a time. Started playing official 21. Nice. Very nice. You liked Caster Bard? I didn't. And this is why. Before Machinist came out. Or no, it was during Machinist. So before I played Machinist as much as I do, I played Bard a lot as my secondary because I liked... You had to have Bard up anyways for Black Mage. Or like you had to have Archer up for Black Mage. And being a Black Mage main, I love playing Black Mage. However, in certain content, I'd prefer to do a fizz range because you get to run around and be crazy. Half the time I want to stand and shoot and, cast. The other half of the time I want to run around the freaking map like an idiot. And when Caster Bard was announced, like, I was like, if I'm gonna cast, I'm gonna cast on Black Mage. Like, I'm not gonna cast on Bard. Like, that was not my cup of tea. Yeah, Paladin could do some weird shit. Paladin could raise. I don't think I remember that, but I think they could res back in the day. Bards could also res back in the day with their LB3, I believe. Am I wrong? Was it a healer res? Yeah. Classes are wild. Stone Skin. Cleric stance? Remember Cleric stance? Protect? I'm a fucking 14 boomer. That's what maybe these sessions should be called. 14 boomers unite. Yeah, you could play Bard as a fizz range, but like you couldn't. I don't know. It wasn't my cup of tea back in the day. Not back in the day. Yeah, RP Stone Skin.
Completely stunned, and
Sag.
you can't do anything.
Oh, I
you
gotta
can't just like
hydrate, too. I
spam
just
Umbral
saw that. I
Soul or
missed
something.
that.
And he said
So I
that
will
the
do
job
that.
is actually balanced under the idea that yes, you will do like a Swift Cast Blizzard 4. You will just do an ice spell upon coming back in order to continue where you left
me
off.
rewind just a
and it's
second.
balanced.
Now that
We'll
I got
do
off
like a
track.
Swift Cast Blizzard
Blah,
4. You will
blah.
time spell in order to gain it back.
Okay.
However, there are Black Mages that have the concern that, they'll want to, swap over to ice and gain their MP back during like a down for the count style phase. So like, the final phase going into top where you're completely stunned and you can't do anything. You can't just like spam Umbral Soul or something.
Even in T,
And he said
when
that the job is actually
going into
balanced
perfect
under the
Alexander,
idea that yes, you will
the same thing.
do like a Swift Cast Blizzard 4. You will just do an ice spell upon coming back in order to continue where you left off. And it's balanced in such a way that, you get that ice bit out of the way when you come back, and then you'll spend so much time in fire that it won't even really matter. So it does seem like it is intentional that if you do a down for the count style mechanic, you're almost certainly going to be Blizzard 3, Blizzard 4 when you come back. and
Gotcha.
High Thunder as well. This video will be out the same time as Black Mage, so I can just use the new Black Mage spells names. Yeah, so you'll probably do those 3 when you come back before going into fire. And fire phases are incredibly long now, especially your burst fire phase.
Now
so
it's gonna be.
there's a.
So now it sounds like it's gonna be you're either gonna have to make sure you, depending on like what the standard is for rotations, it feels like you're gonna have to either go and complete like your blizzard rotation before a down for the count, or you're gonna have to do exactly what Yoshi P told Mr. Happy, which is like when you get up, you're just doing your ice before you go into fire. That's interesting. I'm not mad about it, but I'm curious about it. Like I want to see how that feels. People are loving the meme, especially in Anti-Tower. Oh, what a feeling. That's funny. God, Anti-Tower back in the day. Yep, here's the 14 boomer in me coming out just, back in my day. Yeah, so many fights have down for a count now, and then, like, it's not even just, well, I guess it's combined, but it's like you have the active time maneuver, you're kind of jailed. We just have so much of that now, truthfully. Listen, fire phase sounds like it's gonna be insane. Like, insanely long. That's what she said. But I'm excited to see, like, what a rotation looks like with level 100. I never stopped playing Black Mage by doing Ice first, because that's what I've been doing since Realm Reborn. So this expansion, I haven't been starting with Ice first. But I used to a lot. And then I was told not to, so I stopped. I don't, like, truthfully, I think I might have looked at one rotation situation in the past, like, 3 years. Like, this expansion, I haven't done much research on Black Mage, truthfully. And Adam reminded me the other day where, like, years ago, back in, like, Heavensward Stormblood, I did go, like, balls deep one time and, like, tried learning Black Mage, and, like, my numbers, like, significantly improved. That's how I feel like I'm gonna go into Dawn Trail. Like, I feel like I'm really gonna try to optimize as much as I can, so I'm hoping I get the same kind of, like, reward for that, because I haven't in a little while, but we're gonna get back to it. Back in my day, Red Moon was still there. Back in my day, Answers played and the light from the meteors were falling down. Oh no.
There is a lot to do during that time. But yeah, he's made sure he's done like Savage Raids and stuff on the new Black Mage. He's made sure, excuse me, that it still feels really good. And they don't really want to lean towards like massive, like a very frequent stun mechanic. They actually
your
very
reflexes.
deliberately tell their dev team
Why would
that
you do
people
that?
get mad when there's lots of like
My
big
reflexes.
downtime or stun mechanics where they can't do anything, because then their burst gets all
My
messed up and
cabbages.
players hate that. So they also say that's something they're not trying to do a lot very frequently. But he just said the same thing any Black Mage player will say. Learn the fight, anticipate what you're going to do next, and it should be fine. The Black Mage players are perfectly capable of strategizing around these changes.
Thanks,
And
Yoshi
with
P,
that,
Dad.
that concludes my one-on-one interview with Yoshi P
Nice.
from the recent
I like
media
that
tour. Let me know
interview
what you thought
questions.
of his
That was a
answers
good-
in the comment section of the video below. Be sure to like and subscribe,
That
and
was
of
a good
course,
kind of setting
check
Q
out
of
the
A questions.
dozens of other videos I will have released at the same time.
Very
This is the
nice.
first one I'm recording.
Oh, you're going to bed? Good night, Saren. See you tomorrow. I think I'll see you tomorrow. Probably. Well, we'll talk at some point between now and tomorrow. Have I heard of the Ballad of Mages by Brentafloss? I have not. Is that what we're turning this into? I think to wrap up the night, we're probably gonna go from maybe look at a couple extra videos. Off topic to
Elden
Tour.
Ring DLC.
Thanks for the 100 bits, and yes, Elden Ring DLC. That's great. Oh, that was a great setup. Why did Yoshi P choose the release date for Dawn Trail? That was good. Listen, I love the blurb things too. I saw that, I was like, I have to have it. Like, it has to be here. Let's see. Clips and videos. This is not Media Tour related, so if you're here for Media Tour stuff, I'm sorry. We're taking a moment to look at this fantastic piece of culture. Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to teach you about Final Fantasy XIV culture from 10 years ago. I remember watching this when I first started playing the game, and I was like, what in the fuck? So, enjoy. It's been such a long time since I've watched this. I'm sad Sarah missed this. I'll make sure she sees it. Yeah, this is... I'm sorry, B-Dog. It's pretty great and awful at the same time. It's loud. I gotta turn it down. Yep, there it is. There it is. This is the stuff that we had to do back in the day to keep ourselves, like, amused. Chat's like, what the fuck? We're looking at Final Fantasy XIV meme history. This is literal history from like 10 years ago. Your girlfriend plays in Lalafell Tank. Very nice. Yep, that is history of Lalafell stuff from Ruru. I also have a good recommendation from Fluff Stuff. If no one's ever seen Fluff Stuff, woo! Fluff Stuff is oh. You didn't see that. Hold on. YouTube's yelling at me. I know you don't like ad blocker. Oh no! Yeah, that video is a classic. You're a kitty girl? Nice. I started a kitty girl, and then I swapped to a Lala. A Vieira. What am I talking about? Yeah. Were we gonna watch another video? See, this is Ballad of the Mages by Brental Foss. Let's look. Ballad of the Mages. What is this? This is an old one too. Oh, with puppets? This is with puppets?
There are 3 mages on a quest. Of course, there's a 4th, but as you might have guessed, he doesn't understand what it is to be a mage. But we're gonna tell you now. Gonna open that cage, gonna let you in. Gonna turn that page in the book that is the story of our lives, the glory of a fantasy, a final fantasy. And if you want to hear about it, I'm the man to see. I am the red mage, I can do it all. Both
my
kinds
God.
of magic and sword play too,
This-
y'all. So many skills that it takes to be a hero. A jack of all trades, but the master of zero. What am I great at?
Sounds like it would be like a
Nothing.
daytime
Always
kids
hit the wrong
television
button,
show.
never
What
know.
is
Well,
this?
someday soon I hope to be the best. Just for a moment better than the rest. Oh, my life is a tragic paradox. I said, oh, feel like a circle in a square of box. Why am I afraid to pick a scepter or a blade? I could focus on one and some not have it made. Until that day, I'm just a man on a quest. But mark my words, I'm gonna be the best.
Hey there,
This is
it's
fantastic.
me, James Only Lady.
Why have I only just heard of this?
By the baby, so the guys in the party tend to take me for granted. This enchanted maid is a shade disenchanted. I am your
I don't know what that is,
What a
Neon.
silly notion. It's not about
Now I'm
size,
curious.
emotion in my potion. I don't ask much, just someone to say, hey, white mage, good job today. Maybe
White mages never get the appreciation they deserve. Don't at me.
My wand is too, so try to keep in mind that without me you'd be so screwed.
Yeah, more people need to appreciate
But I
it.
bet you knew that. Yellow eyes, my disguise. Do you like my pointy hat? I'm a master of the elements, but all that is irrelevant. I
No, we
step
gotta,
into a
like, a
room and I'm
rapper.
invariably the elephant. Not just a pyro, I'm also pretty smart. And the fire in my hands come directly from my heart. But push push come to shove, I want friends, I want love, I want a bride to be family, all of the above, and I'll be damned if I fail. Cause wouldn't that be tragic if I let you judge me by the color of my magic? And even if you're prejudiced,
Oh my.
so this you're gonna be incredulous. I'll show you what a legend. I'm just a lonely black mage.
Is that my life? I'm just a lonely black mage.
To the backstage. There's so much I wish you knew, so that maybe you'll see I'm just like you.
Aw.
I'm just a lonely black mage.
Oh my god. This is like a full production. This is amazing. This is a literal production. I'll have to listen to that at some point. What? That was fantastic! Holy cow! Thanks for that recommendation. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. That is funny. I won't. There's ones that I want to play, but I can't because copyrighted music. I will show their channel though. So this creator I've seen for years. Until 2 years ago, they just disappeared. I want to know what happened to them. Like, I believe we're mutuals on Twitter. But they're like, I'm not going to play their stuff. I'm going to recommend that if you want to see some of their stuff, you go look it up yourself because copyright sounds. But their channel's fluff stuff. And if you haven't seen any of these videos, you have to. As you can see, I've watched like every single one of them pretty much. Yeah, go check out fluff stuff, even though I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. They just literally disappeared. And it's actually pretty sad. I don't even know if their Patreon still works. It doesn't. So sad. I miss fluff stuff. But very nice. Thank you for the recommendations, friends. Those were fun. Those were fun. Let's see. Trying to think. Probably got another 15 minutes or so left. 15 to 20-ish. I'm gonna stop before 11 just because I do have to work tomorrow, sadly. You want to get some people together and make a 14 production of Who's the Tank? Listen. I'm here for it. Let's go. Let us go. I want to do... This is not, like, video thing lately, even though, like, I've been coming out with a lot more, like, YouTube content recently, but, I've been thinking, and I don't know if I can pull it off before Dawn Trail, I want to do a Jeopardy game. I want to invite, like, I think it would be cool to do, like, Jeopardy. I just don't know if I could pull it off. Like, a Final Fantasy 14 Jeopardy. But... And people have done it before. It is not a unique idea. Like, we'll clear that up first. It is not a unique idea. However, I think it would be fun as, like, a community game night kind of thing. And then, like, maybe we could have a few people play. And then, like, just other, like, viewers can, like, follow along, too. I think that'd be fun. The 8-bit theaters are full of, can't read. So, the 8-bit theaters are full-ass seasons, but D&D video sums it up. Huh. I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard of that. When I saw theater, I was thinking Mystery Science Theater. I was like, that's not what you're talking about. Not what you're talking about. Whoop. Almost just X out. Posted both. Ooh. Let's see. Let's watch one of these. Yeah, sure, why not? We got through, like, pretty much all the media tour topics. I don't think we missed anything in the general media tour. I don't think. We went over a lot in the past couple of days. Let's see this media tour theater. It's probably gonna give me an ad. No, it's not. Here we go.
More powerful characteristics that will make you invincible and no one can ever beat you and you'll rule the entire universe.
wait a second. I'm pausing this for a second. 15 minutes. We could probably do this one video and then we'll have to bounce. Because I'm like, wait a second. That's a longer time than I was expecting.
Well, anyway, I found us another hero. Her name is White Mage.
Hiya.
And what skills will she donate to our worthy cause?
Hold on there, Ace. Who said you could join us?
Finder did.
Well, it's not official until both he and I agree, so there.
Not according to this. Says here that one black mage and one fighter will join my cadre of justice to vanquish evil from the world and restore peace all throughout. In return, the parties of the first and the second parts, that's you two, and a third party to be named at a later date, possibly you, White Mage, will receive a share of XP and GP from slain enemies equal to what I deem fair to all other parties, i.e. me, at the time of slaying. That is...
Ooh, sorry, I can't, like, read and listen at the same time. My brain is... Do the most recent video. Was this the most recent video? Or was this not the most recent video? I'm gonna pull this one up too quick.
Awaken.
No! Ads! We're not... Oh wait, it's a Final Fantasy 14 ad. Ha! That's kind of funny. 11 years ago. 14 years ago? This is many years ago. Was this not the... Oh, okay. Was I supposed to watch this?
Is, of course,
We also have an
after I
ad
get
coming up
first
on
dibs
Twitch,
everything
and
we
I can't
find,
pause it.
solve, repair, break,
I love that it's a
destroy,
14 ad too.
defeat, or hear
I
about.
literally had to figure out the other day. I was like, is this an actual ad? And I was like, why does it look like 14 stuff, but it looks anime? I was like, no, that's an actual ad. Yeah.
Did you actually agree to these terms?
Yes.
Right?
But I made sure there was a clause stating that I could decide whether or not I like any of the swords that we find in our travels. I had to give up the dental plan for it, though.
Is this clause like when a party finder leader decides to be the loot master?
Blah blah throwing knives, blah blah.
Blah 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 blah. That's exactly what it is.
This girl is just too...
And everyone says that the their secondary is the same secondary.
I cast magic. She's
Oh my god.
cute, and I'm not entirely this. You've got so much in common. Just look
It's
at
me
it.
looking at my husband.
It's not natural to be that damn hot. You ought to pass a lodge in those eyes.
I'm a gremlin, and you're deep, and you're good looking.
You just had to be red hair. As if it wasn't already painfully obvious that she could never be interested in a twisted soul like me. The
That's
foul and wretched
fantastic.
fates had to give her red hair. That's just plain unfair, is what that is. Women like this just can't be real. I bet under those robes she's with some robot or monster or something.
So,
That's
Black
accurate.
Mage, what are you thinking about?
No, I am not addressing you with the power of my mind.
What?
She doesn't suspect a thing. Well, since Spider was idiotic enough to make you our contractual team leader, I guess you're in, Thief. But could you at least clue me into what skills other than amorality you'll bring to the party?
Well,
That's
I
funny.
can steal stuff.
What good is that? Huh?
Anyone else fill a draft?
Oh my.
Wow.
You're telling me.
Okay, so you can steal stuff, but can you fight? Wow. Again.
You're telling me. Again.
White Mage, why don't
This
you
is
tell us
funny.
what you can do?
Oh.
His
yes.
name is Thief for a
Well,
reason.
I healed Black Mage from the brink of death after I beat him within an inch of his life with my giant hammer.
You got beat up by a
That
girl?
sounds like a white mage
Sucker.
attitude right there. That absolutely sounds like white mage attitude.
So she can really wield a giant hammer. Quite versatile.
But not as versatile as me.
Oh my.
Excelsior!
Oh no.
Who the hell are you?
I am the Red Mage.
The fucking clapping. Like the generic clapping.
Done that.
That is fantastic.
Knew the spell.
Here is my resume. I believe you'll find
That is
everything
funny.
you'll
I think I'm gonna pause this one here just because it is a longer video, but I'm gonna put it on my watch list because that is just fantastic. That is great. Thank you for sharing that. I'll watch the other one too with the D&D. Oh god. Definitely feel free to just clips and videos. Just add in more memes. We love memes here. Oh gosh. Too funny. Too funny. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any last Dawn Trail thing that we can follow up with.
Being
Oh, I don't want to do like a full interview. Also, fuck. One day I'll get YouTube Premium. That day's not today. Things you know when you're older than the internet. Yeah, that's a mood. I turned 32 this year. I didn't do anything big for my 30th birthday too. Like I did some stuff online, but like I feel like I need to do something. Something. For 32. I don't know why. It's not even like a fun number, but it's I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Dawn Trail Media Tour. June Bob went in there. Did June Bob go in there? Or just June Bob covered? We're gonna look. There's a lot of media tour coverage, guys. There's a shit ton of stuff. And there are creators that I'm like, I've never even heard of you. I don't even know who you are. But, yeah. The last thing I think we can look at... Oh, I'm totally spelling his name wrong. Quasi. Let's look at the unboxing the loot. Let's
so if
finish
you're
out
watching
the,
this video,
the
click
loot.
here.
Wah! Thanks!
Special. We are doing the
Thanks,
unboxing of the
Whew!
Dawn Trail bag.
That gave me
and
a
basically
heart
all the
attack.
media goodies that I got from the Dawn Trail media tour.
Oh,
Alright, there
Lord
we go. I
have
think that
mercy.
works.
Thank
you. See,
you.
this is what happens
Thanks for
when
the bits
you
and
are
for the
filming
heart
content
attack.
alone. You gotta be your own cameraman as well.
I guess
So
heart
this is the
attacks
Dawn
just
Trail
remind
bag.
me that
One of the first
my
few
heart's
things
still
that you
beating.
notice basically is they went for this kind of rugged look on purpose, right?
I want this bag
and you can see
so
the back of this
badly.
bag
I
as
kind of
well.
want to check
Clearly,
eBay.
Dawn Trail is the start of a
Like,
brand new
is this
adventure,
on
and they kind
eBay
of wanted this kind of
already?
rugged
Can I buy it?
and almost worn out kind of feel to it. And even
It looks
as
so
you touch
cute.
the bag, there's a certain feel to it. I really like this tag that they attach. I don't know if it's big enough to be seen on screen.
Oh, God.
I'll read it out to
I'm
you.
awake.
And it says, Warrior
I'm
of Light,
awake.
the winds of a new adventure beckons you to distant shores. And in fine print, it says, having defeated the despair of the final days, the Warrior Light and their comrades had resumed walking their respective paths. Yet fate would see them reunited for a mission onto another reflection.
Fuck
And by the
was
way,
that?
I don't know whether reflection has a double meaning, like the reflections of, the different shards that we know. And it says, now an
Also,
unexpected
I might have
petition
checked
has arrived,
eBay and
beckoning
might
them
not
west to
be
the faraway
there.
continent of Tural. Answer the call,
Sadness.
seek new horizons, and
Sadness
embark
fills my
upon a
heart.
journey the likes of which you have never experienced. Naturally,
That's
if you're
so
watching
cute
this video,
that they
the
like did
media
this
embargo
lore
is
with their
lifted.
the
So,
tag
it
for
was kind
the
of weird because I had to
for
check
the
this
content
bag
creators.
in. I
It
didn't
looks
want to
so
like
good.
carry it in public, right? Because media embargo.
Dude, I'm so happy
The
for the
thing
content
is, when I
creators
was
that
checking
got
it into my
invited to go to the
luggage, I
media
kind of
tour.
freaked
Am
out
I
because I was
jealous?
thinking,
Yes. Does it make
imagine
me
if my
determined to
luggage
do
got
more
lost.
content?
I
Yes.
would be heartbroken.
But am I happy for
But there's
them?
really
Also,
nothing I
yes.
could do because I couldn't hand
'Cause
carry
they
this, right? So I checked
deserved
it
it.
into my luggage. I'm glad it arrived unscathed in one piece. And if I ever go to a fan fest, I think this is my go-to bag, right? The other side of the tag basically has the Warrior of Light,
It's so
and this is
good.
obviously
It's so
the
cute.
Dawn Trail
I would
key
wear
art
that.
over here. So let's kind of open up the
I
bag
use backpacks
together,
a lot going up to
and
work.
It should be this tiny clip
Yeah,
over
Yoshi
here.
B does watch
First look
streamers too.
into the
Like he's
bag.
mentioned
Okay, so
that.
there's a
It's
lid
really
that I just
cool. Like I
opened,
really love how much
and
the team
looks
like
like a scroll,
loves this
even a
game and
map.
like the
And
community.
it's kind of made to feel like those pirate maps that you unveil. So let's see. There's there's something hard in this entire yellow tube. No idea what that is. We'll look into that in a bit.
That's
but
like the
this is a
FanFest
scroll.
group.
And clearly you can see
They
Dawn
got to
Trail
have
being
their
scribbled
bag.
on this thing.
I wish I was able to go to FanFest. Like I applied for tickets.
Oh, shit,
I
it's some
got in the
artwork.
queue. I couldn't get tickets.
Oh wow, okay.
But hopefully next
This is the
time.
key art.
Let's
So
hope.
you guys have seen them display this, right? This is probably going on top of some frame.
That's pretty
And
cool.
I guess the big question is who's the lady up top, right? And the quality
closest
of
I
this
have
is
to
really
a
just, I think
Dawn
it's
Trail
printed on
poster
canvas,
is my
actually. So if you
my
frame it up in
lanyards
a
from
wooden
PAX.
flat frame,
Same
it could look
image,
really nice.
just
So that's something I could look to
it's
do.
also cloth, you
when
know.
I'm moving
Yeah,
houses.
this is as
And
good as
yes,
his.
I'm moving
Yeah,
houses
totes.
again. Another
Totally.
story for another day. But I'm moving houses at the start of next year, I think.
Dude, you
So
live in
this will
Las
probably go
Vegas.
into the
That's
gaming room.
fun. I live in
really
New
appreciate
England,
it.
so like
So that's that.
the flights would have been
and it comes along with this
expensive,
handy instruction
and
manual
that's
on
like truthfully, that's why I've never been to a fan fest before, is because it's always been too much money for me to fly from New England all the way, East Coast all the way to Las Vegas. The first fucking time, like this fan fest, technically the one back in like 2021 or 2020, I was able, I had enough money to go, but they had the digital version, COVID. And then this one, I was like, I have enough money. My husband and I were like, we're ready to go. We're like getting dogs, sitting situation. And we queue up. Did not get the lottery. Did not get the lottery. I queued up the second it was available, literally before the time. Did not get through the queue. And I was like, well, I'll just go fuck myself then.
on how to install, etc., etc.
Nice, a friend of the FC. That's great.
It basically...
See, for me, it was tough too, because like a friend of mine, my friend Alana, one of my good friends, FC mate, Static mate, he was like, we made a pact, like if either of us gets a ticket, if the other one doesn't, we're gonna give each other the second ticket. But I wasn't gonna go without like my husband, especially because my husband's the reason I play this game. We play religiously together. So I was like, no, if he can't get a ticket, I'm not going. So it was like, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go, which was sad.
The frame, it comes with the frame. So,
gosh,
this yellow thing they provided is the frame itself.
Watch the
and
walking
it comes,
man stall
with
out.
the Square Enix
What do you mean?
kind of
The,
label and
walking man
carved
stall it out.
into the wood.
Ooh,
and basically,
it's
you
like
can
a
kind of hang it up
scroll.
like that.
That's cute.
Right, because it comes with this
Oh.
thing where you can hang it.
I
and
wish
you can
they would
basically
sell
clip
these
it and hang
items.
it.
Like, I get it's
So that's
exclusive
really
for the
thoughtful.
content creators,
I'll
but I'm
definitely
like,
put it up in the
I'm
brand new house.
jealous.
Although I'm thinking like a proper
Oh, the walking
solid
man for the
wooden
queue
frame
stopped.
with glass
Gotcha. Yeah,
might
yeah.
do
That
this
was
a bit more justice.
I was so sad. I was at work and I was
just
just like getting so stressed. I was like so upset from it.
During the
I literally was like
announcement for
butthurt
Dawntrail.
that I
But
couldn't
this
get
is still pretty
tickets.
cool. Love the key art.
I was like, no, it's
Look
okay.
great
I've
on
only
the
been
wall.
playing
And,
since
yeah, I
like
look forward to picking
2015,
this up.
beginning of 2015.
Alongside
I'm
that,
not
they
hurt.
gave us kind of a moleskin notebook, right? This is shit.
Oh, like an in-person
Alright, nothing
Friendsgiving?
of value was
FC?
destroyed. It's a pen, ballpoint pen, inscribed with the Dawntrail kind of logo on the wooden
Ooh.
pen.
That's a
And
cute
at least I
notebook.
think this is a pen. Kind of like a moleskin notebook. It's empty inside. You use this to jot notes during the producer live letter if you're a content creator, maybe.
That's
and
pretty
then
cool.
they also gave us
yeah.
this thing,
That's
which
really cool. I'm happy for you.
feels fabricy to
I'm
me.
so determined. I really want to go to a fan
Comes
fest.
with a little drawstring bag.
It's like I
Just
remember
says
when the first
Dawntrail.
fan fest was like announced. I was
It's
like
probably a hoodie.
broke roommates, just
Feels
like
a
wanting to
hoodie.
go
Yup,
so bad.
I think it's a hoodie. Okay, so we are
That's
wearing this
awesome.
next time we go to the fan fest.
Oh, look at that
You
hoodie!
know what to
It's
find
so
me in. I'm
cute.
wearing this Dawntrail hoodie.
I've
there's
met a
blank
lot
at
of
the back.
my.
There's nothing at the back except this faint print,
Ooh.
vertical print of Dawntrail. I don't know. Yeah, you can
That's
see
cute.
it very faintly, but that's
I
what
like
we got.
that hoodie. I want
Yeah,
that
that's the
hoodie.
front.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of my friends
model it.
in person.
This is
from,
size
like,
S, by the way.
traveling,
It's the smaller size they have.
or,
And obviously, I'm Asian, right? So
uh,
American small is probably
let's
what I'm
see.
wearing.
Like, I've met friends. I've met over a dozen Final Fantasy XIV friends now. You've never been to any fest or con type things? I will always recommend, if you're on the East Coast or traveling to the East Coast, PAX East is that's my gig. That is the only fest that I go to religiously. It's in Boston, Massachusetts every year. It's a gaming convention. Of course, Yoshi P did the big like date reveal and stuff like that. One of the live letters from PAX. I always recommend it. It is a good time. I've met so many of my friends from this game too, like there. Like even Rin Karagani, who's a pretty well-known streamer in the 14 space too. I got to meet him in person there. We'd already been talking beforehand for a bit, but we got to hang out there with him and his friends, and I've just met so many people at PAX. It's so worth it. I love it. It's, you know, it's not the biggest convention in the world, but I have my own videos about PAX. It's just fun. It's a fun time.
Then,
Come up from Alabama.
We have this thing where they give us a compass, which is kind of cool because
I know
Dawntrail,
it's
right?
tough
New continent.
'cause money.
There's a compass
Fucking
with like
con
a
could
Square
be way
Enix
too much
label
money
on it.
sometimes.
Comes with this rustic chains. That
What
was a
is
nice, touch. So it opens out like
Oh,
that.
that's adorable.
And it comes with like, oh, cool. It's actually a compass. I think. See this locket? Then if you flip
Oh, it
it
looks
over,
all
it says
stained.
Dawntrail.
Like, it looks,
so funny, it says Square Enix not for sale.
It looks,
I think you can open this somehow.
rustic.
So you probably open it like that. I think. Yep, you open it like that. Oh, and it actually has. Oh,
I
it's so
love
cool.
that.
It says, you see it? Yeah, I'm gonna hold it up closer.
Journey
it says
westwards.
"Journey westward towards Tural." Those are the words.
That's
And then there's an
cute.
actual compass that I think actually works. It's a compass that works. That's really cool.
Cute.
The other thing that was really cool is that they kind of applied this oil finish. I don't know whether it's on purpose, but it definitely feels like it was an artificial rust.
There's a chemical that you
they
can get to do
basically
that
put on this
artificial
compass,
rust.
right?
I'm sure there's multiple ways to
And,
do it, but
you can almost
we had to
imagine,
do something
the
like that
Warrior
with
of Light
work
holding
recently.
this on the ship as they sail towards Tural. Like, okay, are we on track?
That's cool.
That's the idea. So
That's
this is going
cool.
on my shelf as a display item,
That's adorable.
probably alongside these Pokemon.
got a bare shelf. He's gotta get more,
encyclopedias.
he's
Is this
gotta
a
get more
thumb drive?
stuff.
Oh
Mark.
shit! It is a thumb drive.
Ah!
The Dawntrail thumb drive.
Nice.
Yo, I wonder what's inside, man. Is it just okay? Never mind. I'm gonna open it up. I don't know whether there's anything interesting inside. It might just be an empty thumb drive. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So you guys will see me carrying this bag and also wearing my hoodie. This hoodie. When it comes to the next fan festival, hopefully
Nice.
I'll get to see all of you folks. But thanks again, Square Enix, for all the great kind of merch, swags. The Dawntrail
I
style
love
is
him.
amazing.
His
Thanks for
content
having
is
me
so
at the
good
media
too.
tour. I really appreciate
I've
it.
seen some of his
Obviously, I
videos.
just wanted to share the
It's so
unboxing process with
precious.
everyone.
His like
Hope you
journey
enjoyed
with the
this video.
game,
If you're
his
watching
connection to
this,
the game.
all the other Dawntrail exclusive media tour kind of.
That is so cool. That is cool. Let's see. Oh, yeah, best part of hearing everyone react to meeting each other like other groups. Oh, I love that. That is so precious. Like, I had a similar experience to at PAX. Met up with some people that like I didn't really know 100% beforehand. Like, I was talking in like I said, like Ridden Karagani, his channel, like some of his mods and like good friends, and it was really cool like talking to them and hanging out with them in person after like talking to them in game a little bit, and then like they're like a really close-knit group of friends, so just like hearing them travel from like all over the country to like hang out with each other, it was just such a cool experience, like being part of that. And the same thing, like I've met so many friends in game too, like over a dozen people I've met in person, and I've lived with people that I've played this game with. I've had people that I met in this game come to my wedding, and like, I've stayed at friends' houses and like all this stuff, and it's like, this game is fucking wild how that can kind of do that to you, for sure. Yeah, I wonder too if the thumb drive has anything on it. He didn't say. I don't think he specified if it had anything on it. I'd be curious though to see. Just to see what was on it. What was there, for sure. What I'm gonna do for us friendos on Twitch, because I know YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. This is a Twitch-only thing, but we're gonna raid someone before I leave tonight, because it is past my bedtime, past the witching hour. I'm trying to see who is streaming Final Fantasy XIV, and right now, oh wait, well, no one's streaming Final Fantasy XIV, you silly goose. It is, Maintenance. Aha. Yeah, no raiding on YouTube, sadly, but that's okay. I like doing YouTube and Twitch, because you kind of get a couple people in here. But what we're going to do, I'm actually going to do this really quick. I haven't gone full mode for a while now, so here I am. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. This is a cool little deviation from the normal. If you're new to my channel, I stream like 6 days a week, so tomorrow's actually the only day that I don't stream typically, unless I'm doing it on another channel. I do everything from Final Fantasy news updates, through memes, through Savage and Ultimate rating, so come hang out. We'll be doing a lot of stuff in the next month, plus we'll be doing a lot of stuff. And we have some new things coming up, possibly a podcast, possibly a weekly podcast. If you're here, you heard first, so we're doing some cool shit. Next meeting you too, come hang out in the Discord. I keep the conversation going. I'll post Discord links if anyone isn't on there, wants to hang out. Yeah. So, I'm gonna raid my friendo here, Quan23. If you haven't met Quan, he is a Namazu VTuber in the wild. A Namazu VTuber. We love Quan. So go check him out. Go show him some love. And we will see you later. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.